So why do RAA members enjoy that winning feeling?
Well, because having access to a range of trusted products gives them peace of mind. And the more RAA products they have, the more they save. And they get discounts at a huge range of events and retail partners. And they feel good about RAA community programs and sponsorships.
You guys don't miss a thing, do you?
It's all part of how we do more for our members and for South Australia.
Yes, good afternoon and welcome to the NPL South Australia. It's round 18 action live today from TK Shutter Reserve. Today's game sees MetroStars hosting Adelaide Olympic. Good to have your company, those of you watching through Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. Today's game is proudly brought to you by Osco Modular. Of course, they are the FFA's official modular facilities partner. Check out some of their work online because I think a lot of clubs should get involved with Osco Modular. They've got some great facilities, they build things, and I think it's a lot of what clubs need at our local level. Osco Modular bringing you round 18 action today. Also, we'd like to acknowledge the RAA for always proudly supporting soccer here in South Australia. You can get an insurance quote today from the RAA or any time online. Check it out, raa.com.au, or Google them, and also Google Osco Modular. Welcome, as we said, in today's commentary team. We welcome him back from the sick bed. He's got the man flu, sort of still has it, and he's let us know all about it. But it's a very good afternoon to yours truly, obviously, Paul Pellizzari, but Rob Peppicelli, welcome back. And, of course, our statistician, Paul Bombardietti. But, Robbie, how are you feeling today,
Yeah,
mate?
not too bad there, thanks, Paul. And, yeah, beautiful afternoon here at the TK Shutter Reserve. It is going to be a ripper of a game. It is round 18. As Paul said, it's MetroStars up against Olympic, but we'll go through the lineups a bit later on. There's been a lot of changes.
Absolutely. Good afternoon to our statistician, Paul Bombardietti.
Yes, good afternoon, Rob. Good afternoon, Paul. Yes, big round, this one, round 18. It's what they quote as the fight for survival now as we go down to the final rounds of the season.
Very true. And joining us today, we thank him for the late caller because Ryan Marveggio pulled out pretty late, but ever reliable, ever accepting. The Mark Brazzali joins us on the boundary line. It's a very good afternoon to you, Brazza.
Good afternoon, guys. Pleasure to be here today.
Looking fantastic as usual.
Thanks, Paul. And yeah, what a great day, guys. Perfect conditions, perfect everything for a great game of football today.
Brazza, if you would have been here last week, we could have had the bold and the beautiful. Myself, Tony Lascala and Bombardietti there, we all had the same heads, and we're the bold and he's the beautiful.
Thanks, Paul.
Good to have you on board, Mark. Thank you very much for joining us here around 18 action. Of course, all thanks to Osco Modular.
At least one of the beauties is back.
Yeah, Brazza.
Back.
No, you're not.
I was missing for 1 week.
You were Mrs. Peppicelli with her man flu.
Exactly.
Okay, let's have a look at round 17 action. As Bomb has said, it is getting to that stage of survival now, and some of those round 17 results maybe have consigned some clubs to their own fate.
Yeah, last week on Friday night we saw Blue Eagles 1 just defeat South Adelaide 0, and on Saturday it was West Adelaide going down 5-1 against Power Hills. Corning Kings Brazza had a good win against Adelaide United 2-1, I think on the deaf. Adelaide Comets 6-0, that was our match of the round last week. Certainly a great win over Raiders. Campbelltown 2-1 winners over MetroStars, and Olympic and Adelaide City. Olympic getting the draw in the dying stages as well with a 1-1 draw.
Okay, let's have a look how the table panned out then after those results. Very interesting down the bottom, and of course the fight for the top 6.
On top of the table we've got Campbelltown, who should win the minor premiers at this stage with 7 points clear. I know there's 5 rounds to go. Blue Eagles second on 30, Comets third on 27, along with Olympic on 27, Raiders on 26, MetroStars. It's a big game for them today. They're on 25 because Corning Kings are just equal points with them, just on goal difference on 25 points as well. Adelaide United on 22, Power Hills on 20, Adelaide City on 14, West Adelaide, to do or die game for them today, on 12, and South Adelaide, they are desperate stages. They need to win every game of their last 5 rounds to get out of that relegation zone.
As you can probably hear in the effects, Mike, it's pretty windy. Brazza, how is it down there? Up here it's windy.
Actually, it's not too bad down here, guys. I can see the trees blowing everywhere, but down on the ground here, it's actually not too bad. But just going back to what you were just talking about on the ladder, what a big weekend this weekend is, guys. Obviously, this game 6 playing 4th, which is vital for both teams to stay in the 6. And then you've got Croydon playing Westies and Raiders playing South Adelaide. So, you know, this weekend could make or break a few teams and put a little bit of pressure on them for the last run home to make the 6.
Absolutely, Robbie. Let's have a look at round 18.
Okay, so looking at the round 18, 3 o'clock kickoffs. Adelaide City up against Blue Eagles. It's going to be a big game, that one, at Adelaide City Park. Raiders against South Adelaide, as Brazza said, another big game. 3 o'clock at the Creation Sports Centre. Campbelltown against Adelaide United, 3 p.m. kickoff at Steve Wilcock Sports Centre. MetroStars in our match of the round up against Olympic. Parry Hills against Adelaide Comets down at the Paddocks at 3 o'clock as well. And tonight, well, a twilight game at 5:30. It is West Adelaide against Croydon Kings at the Velo Football Centre.
Okay, boys, this one, Croydon, your boys tonight, Brazza against West Adelaide. You could maybe condemn them to relegation.
Well, look, I've watched them the last 2 weeks, and not because it's obviously my club, but I think we've turned the corner in the last 2-3 weeks and playing some fantastic football and really in form. And I'd really, you know, I don't want to put the mockers on us, but I can't see West Adelaide doing something over us today. I think we're in good form to beat West Adelaide, and unfortunately, I think West Adelaide's at a situation where they need to probably win 3 games out of the next 5 to have any chance of staying in the league, and it doesn't get any easier, playing Croydon today, which are in red hot form.
Rob, your thoughts on Adelaide City with their recruiting and stuff? A late South Adelaide getting a late 1-0 loss against Blue Eagles. Can Adelaide City do something today at Blue Eagles?
I think they will. I think they'll beat Blue Eagles. Blue Eagles, I know they're in second spot. They've had a little bit of the wobbles in the second part of the season. First part of the season they were unbeatable. The second part, you can see a little bit of things happen. They're still second spot, but I can see Adelaide City. The lineup, they have got a very good lineup with Fabio Ferreira there, and I could see them, Adelaide City, beating Blue Eagles comfortably today.
Right, we'll keep you all over that. Of course, the late game kicking off at 5:30, West Adelaide and Croydon, but the other games, Bomber will keep us up to date with all that. It is 4th taking on 6th today, Bomber. You want to add anything to that? Your thoughts?
Yeah, look, this will be an interesting game. Can I just also say, last weekend, and looking at some of the highlights through FFSA, what a lot of fantastic goals, even outside the 18-yard box. There was some crackers last week. In our game, we had a cracker there, and even the Olympic one on the deaf, they scored the Olympics drew Karatzis with a really beautiful goal outside the 18-yard box.
Yes, we had some good goals last week.
I think soccer here in South Australia at NPL level is Adelaide's best kept secret because of our mainstream outlets not giving us any air to breathe and advertising everything, publicising everything except our local game, which is a little bit disappointing, I've got to say, but the faithful get out here. You get yourselves out here. Today's a beautiful day, and tonight West Adelaide taking on Croydon in a very crucial game. Let's have a look at these two teams. As we said, it's MetroStars 6th, hosting Adelaide Olympic in 4th. They're only separated by 2 points on the table, and the MetroStars lineup reads as follows. Isaac Carmody is in goals for the MetroStars. Very changed lineup, as Robbie did say earlier on. Number 5, Timothy Henderson. Number 6, Lachlan Barr. Number 9, Thomas Strain. They'll welcome him back. Number 8, Rocky Callisto. The captain, Anthony Solania, today wears the number 10. Liam Wooding, 15. Dylan Smith, 14. Number 19, Cooper O'Donnell. Number 24, Naul Bonanda. And number 26, Stephen Carley. The reserves for the MetroStars, 3, Cohen Morris. 17, Matty Dorber. 16, Alex Jacob. 22, Hamish Gow. And the reserve keeper for the MetroStars, Jackson O'Donnell.
That's the lineup for MetroStars. As you see, there's a few players out. Delosio, the captain, he's out of the squad as well. So Christian Esposito out of the squad. So there's a few out.
Barbiero out of the squad.
Barbiero, he's been coming off the bench and playing. It hasn't been their first 11 really.
But it's a good name to have on the bench,
yes,
just in case.
So that's certainly a few players. Olympic, on the other hand, they have rested a couple of players that are on the bench, but their lineup is as is, because we'll go through who they're playing on next Wednesday night, isn't it, in the FFA Cup qualifiers. That's
right.
We'll go through that a little bit later. But Daniel Vaughan, number 1, is in goals. Number 2 is Jacob Butler-Bowden. 4 is Thomas Brown. 7, Johnny Karatzis. 9 is Christos Bonendas. 10 is the captain, Ricardo da Silva. Hey, ho, da Silva. Number 12 is Dimitri Tomazos. 13, Paul Sprina. 14, Fastor Erba. 23, Michael Alexandru. And 32, Christy Vangeli. On the bench for Olympic is Matthew Halliday, David McCreadis, Jonas Samosas, and the reserve goalkeeper is Nicholas Harpers.
Nicholas.
The senior referee for today's clash, that's the my nose, you know what I mean? Senior referee for today's clash is Gary Mooney. Haven't seen him for a while. His assistant is Ian Crossing. And one of the females assisting today is Tessa Quinn.
Fantastic. These two teams, as we said, only separated by 2 points on the table. Olympic have scored 31 goals, conceded 24. MetroStars have scored 35 and conceded 24. Very evenly matched on the table, as I said, separated only by 2 points. One could jump the other today if MetroStars beat Olympic, of course. And I'll tell you what, MetroStars have got a pretty good record against Olympic, especially here at home. The last 10 meetings here at home, MetroStars, the last 5 at home have won 4 for no draws and a loss. In the last 10 meetings, all up, MetroStars have won 5 and lost 5. So the overalls of last 10 are fairly even, but here at home, MetroStars pretty strong with 4 wins and a loss.
Can we just go through, I think Jimbo's got the FFA Cup qualifiers for Wednesday, where Olympic are playing one of the,
there it is.
Athena, I think.
Florent Athena.
Not forgetting the game is on next Wednesday, 7 p.m. is the Velo Football Centre. That one's at Angle Park. So that's on the 24th of July, kickoff 7 p.m. The big clash is Campbelltown against Melbourne City, and this is going to be a ripper of a game too, because Campbelltown have got not a bad lineup, and I reckon they'll give them a bit of a run. So that's next Wednesday, 31st of July, kickoff 7 p.m. Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, and it'll be live on Fox. And if you do want to purchase your tickets before, because there'll be a big, huge lineup there to purchase your tickets, pre-purchase your tickets. If you see it on board there, it's got the events.humantix.com.au with a /FFA Cup, 31st of July 2019 tickets. So write that down. Purchase your tickets, pre-purchase them, so you can get in straight away at the Steve Woodcock Sports Centre.
Now we got player cam down there today, Rob. There we go, look at that. What a great little shot that is. We'll get the boys coming out, just exchanging pleasantries there in the race. But just going back to the head-to-head with these two teams, the last time out in 2019, Olympic did the number on MetroStars, beating them 3-1. And in the finals last year, MetroStars beat Olympic in extra time. Oh, how's that wind going? Yes, no, that's all right. That's pretty safe.
Pretty safe.
You guys are going to blow off.
Almost fell on me.
Just a little bit, yeah. So, in the finals last season, MetroStars beat Olympic in the second leg, and of course Olympic beat MetroStars 3-0 in the first leg. So it's more the form of these two teams, Brazza, that I'm worried about. Olympic coming into this game with a draw and 4 wins. MetroStars only 1 win in their last 5. In fact, you've got to go back to the start of June for MetroStars' last win.
They won 5-0.
It's warring form. They won 5-0 against Blue Eagles, but that is warring form.
Yeah, it's contrasting forms. Obviously, Olympics in fine form, and obviously, as you said, Paul, I think, look, today for me, for Metro, it's a mini cup final for them. Could set up their season where they're going to be in 4 weeks' time. Obviously, they've got a few players out. Olympic have got a few players out. Speaking to Georgie before the game, which is George Sonis, got a couple of players with a few hamstring worries, so I think he's definitely resting a couple on the bench. Keeping him obviously in mind, he's got Wednesday night's game in the FA Cup, and obviously he's got Campbelltown the following Saturday, so a huge week for Olympic the next week. But nevertheless, today they've still got a job to do, and look, it's going to be a huge game for both clubs.
Well, the other side of the ledger, Rob, is of course MetroStars looking over their shoulder with Croydon Kings playing tonight. Both teams on 25 points. They wouldn't want to slip up, because Brazza tells us that the Kings are in red hot form and should win tonight regardless. So,
and they've been forced to make changes, haven't they, with their captain out, Christian Esposito out. So, and Thomas Strain hasn't played much this year. He's been injured most of the time. Had a bit of a run in the reserves last week, so he starts off today. So a few players a little bit underdone. What's his name? Rocky Callisto's been injured as well. He didn't play last week, so he's back from injury. Timmy Henderson just came back from injury. I know he's been playing for the last 2 or 3 weeks, but they've got a few players and they haven't been in good form. So Olympic, they can afford to rest a few players for next Wednesday. Matty Halliday, David McCreadis, to note, a couple of key players have been rested in today's game, ready for the Wednesday night game.
Boys about to come out onto the park. I love the look of this Olympic strip here, the away strip, the all white, very Leeds United looking. Of course, we saw Leeds against Man United at Perth Stadium. And
they lose 10-0, didn't they? Or was that 4-0? Sorry.
It's a friendly, mate. Easy.
It's a friendly.
Come the boys out onto the park. So you can see MetroStars in their traditional
Pink
red.
and white. It's on our screen.
Red and yellow strip, and Olympic in the all white as the two teams make their way onto the park.
I'll leave you for 1 week and my monitor's not working today.
Was everything else all right though, Rob?
Yeah, everything else was fine.
So there it is, the two teams out there, 6th hosting 4th, only separated by 2 points. MetroStars taking on Olympic. It's all thanks to Osco Modular. Great work they do. Check them out online. A lot of clubs should get involved with Osco Modular. They do a lot of good things here in the city of Adelaide, and I think some clubs could do with some of their facilities that they make. Of course, RAA always proud supporters of soccer here in South Australia. Boys, let's go around the table for some quick tips.
It's going to be a difficult one. Now, I'll stick with Olympic. I think they've been the form team. They can afford to rest a couple of players. They still look pretty good out there. Vangeli, the import, he's been fantastic. David Vaughan in goals has been fantastic. Ayo Da Silva, Ricardo Da Silva's been in great form.
He didn't know who Tonto was.
No, he didn't. And Penendez has been in great goal-scoring form as well. So they're going to be a quality team. And Metro's a little bit disarray at the moment. I can see Olympic winning well.
Bomber.
I'm going to go for a draw here, actually.
Brazza?
Look, I think for me, I'm tending towards Metro, to be honest, boys. I think this is their cup final. If we don't see them turning it around today, I think they could be struggling as weeks go on. So I'm really looking at thinking Metro at home. They need to put in a big performance today, and I'm expecting them to do it today.
Well, I can't separate them, I've got to say, although there are a lot of big outs for MetroStars. If I had to lean it towards the team, I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to go the draw as the final result, but I wouldn't be surprised if Olympic do win today. They're in great form, although they've rested a couple of players, but still have some strength out there. But in saying that, I'll go, gee, I really should be going Olympic. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm contradicting myself.
I think, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with Olympic, damn it, because they are wearing the Leeds all white. And I think, contrary to what Rob said, well, a draw bomber wouldn't surprise me either. Very close, very tight. They're only separated by 2 points. Game about to get underway. It'll be Olympic kicking to left of screen in the all white, and MetroStars, the hosts, will be kicking to right of screen in their red and yellow tops, red shorts. We're in readiness as the Moon is about to get us underway. Referee Mooney, of course. And round 18 thanks to Osco Modular.
So MetroStars over the ball, they're kicking towards the right of the screen. If you are watching the game live on the Facebook page, Football Federation of SA's Facebook page, and also not forgetting the YouTube page, the NPL SA. On the YouTube page, you can watch the game MetroStars against Olympic. So MetroStars all the way back to Lachlan Barr, looks like playing in the stopper position due to Delosio not playing today. And Solania looks like on the other side of the stopper position as well. So Lachlan Barr goes all the way back to his keeper, Carmody. Pitch looking beautifully, the artificial pitch. There's a beautiful scoreboard on the far side.
Gee, the
Holds
ball,
up in the
yes.
breeze. Yep.
Breeze must be affecting down that pitch level, Brazil.
Yeah, it's just picked up the last 5 minutes actually. In saying what I said before, I'm contradicting myself, but in the last 5-10 minutes it's actually getting a little bit windy. It's gone across the ground a little bit towards you guys.
Welcome to the club of contradiction as a long searching ball forward will be easily taken by the keeper. And we're not going to mix up O'Donnell's hairdo today. Plays it inboard. He plays it up the line. Search there of Dylan Smith. Didn't get to him. And O'Donnell will take the throw in. for MetroStars, right in front of our commentary position. Round 18 action, MetroStars hosting Adelaide Olympic. Barr now plays it short. O'Donnell right by the byline. Should be cleared is by Vangeli. Going through the middle now is Butler Bowden. Beautiful balance, beautiful looking player. Goes wide, finds Karatzis. Karatzis with a man bun now. Left hand attacking side for Olympic. One way then the other. O'Donnell hot on his hammer. Karatzis gets the cutback, takes a deflection. Is cleared, not convincingly. It'll come back at him. No, they might get out of this. No, beautiful work there by Vangeli. Comes across for Olympic.
Ooh. So it is goes in board, chance for Olympic. Bonendas, one way then the other. Tries to get the free kick cleared here by MetroStars over the sideline. It'll be a throw-in.
One of the Olympic players looks like he's down.
So a throw-in.
Is it Vangeli? He's all right.
Alexandru goes backwards. Butler Bowden. No, it's not Butler Bowden. It's Brown. He goes to right-hand side. Is this Butler Bowden on that right-hand side?
No,
it's
Espina.
Espina, sorry. Finds the silver. Goes all the way back to the keeper there, Carmody. Clears it, holds up in the breeze. Left-hand side, good back header there by the MetroStars. Forwards could have been strained.
Yes, it was.
And it's cleared here by Vaughan up in the air. They certainly with that breeze because they carried that one. Trying to find the silver. In the way, it's Wooding. Goes down, player goes down. Referee Mooney on the spot. Free kick to MetroStars.
Let's give a chance to Tomazos there, Brazza. Now we've seen him come on as a sub and been an impact sub, but he gets his chance to start today.
Yeah, look, it's a good start from both sides, to be honest. First couple of minutes here. Olympics allowing Metro to play out from the back and just holding their lines and keeping it nice and compact in the middle of the ground and trying to get them on the counter here.
Alexandru now goes back to his keeper in Vaughan. So Vaughan now on the synthetic pitch. Ideal conditions. It's just a recovery for the boys. They complain a little bit about the recovery. Alexandru, good control. Goes over the halfway line for Olympic. Gee, that was an errant ball. Edma just giving him a look. I'm sure Alexandru will say that came off the side. Sorry. Falstor.
Oh, he acknowledged.
An interesting look by Edba. So we've played almost 4 minutes of the first half on the Green Play Australia time clock. No goals to report in the 6v2, 6v4 clash.
Trying to go through there was youngster, Cooper O'Donnell. Looks a likely type.
Nothing to do with the hairdo.
No, just looks a likely type. Tall and skinny. Enthusiastic. Alexandru goes short to Fernandez. Goes to Vangeli. Alexandru. A good ball really to Karatzis. Goes out to Selania, hanging in that stop position.
Oh.
That's a loose ball. Goes out, is that Tomazos?
Yes.
Goes right hand side. Looking for Butler Bowden it was. Cleared. The silver. Spina, I think it's on that right hand side.
Yeah.
Looking for a player, De Silva. Gets across, cleared here by Barr. Only as fast Fernandez has a crack over the crossbar for a goal kick.
Yeah, just wide of the upright there, but nevertheless a goal attempt. First one of the Arvo, Bomber.
Yeah, first shot off target. Thanks to Green Play Australia. And just quickly around the grounds, thanks to Green Play, Campbelltown City leading 1-0 against Adelaide United Youth.
So Metros try to work their way out of defence. They'll have to do it via their goalkeeper, but he turns it over to Karatzis. Plays it to Fernandez, back to Karatzis. He's in the box, under pressure from O'Donnell. Karatzis gets the cutback. No one there to meet it except Selenia, and he clears for MetroStars. Up to the halfway line, giving chase. Smith plays it through. Here's a good chance. Bonanda.
Ooh. Shot or corner?
Well, no, it's going to be a free kick, I think. It's a
corner. No. Corner, guys.
Is that
it's Bonada?
Bonada, but referee's saying goal kick, I think.
No, goal kick.
So Mooney referee Mooney just giving his description of what happened to the players. Bonanda, sorry, Rob.
Put that down as a shot attempt?
Yep.
Bonada.
What I call him, Bonanza.
Yeah, something like that.
George Bonanza here to see you. Gee,
Gee,
no one will get that one unless they're over 80 years of age. So ball out of play. It'll be a throw into MetroStars in their attacking half.
So it is O'Donnell. Gets the pass backwards to Wooding. MetroStars looking to push it around. Good touch there by Cooper O'Donnell. Trying to go there. Trying to find Smith. It's come unstuck.
Good control. Good ball.
Goes right hand side.
Oh,
De Silva. Hey, oh, De Silva.
He's slick.
He's
isn't
away.
he? Oh,
right hand side. Looking for Espina.
Adelaide.
Adeba's got it. Espina is there as well. They do clear it. So Olympic just pushing it around. And goes into the arms of the keeper in Carmody.
So Carmody goes short. Callisto now. They're up to the halfway line. Ball switch now. O'Donnell has the ball for MetroStars. They're into attack. O'Donnell needs support. Comes in the way of Barr. Barr moving forward. Plays it inboard. Finds Strain. He goes to the far side, but to no one in particular. And that's out of play to be an Olympic throw-in. This win a bit tricky out there, Braz, I'd say, for these players.
Yeah, it's just starting to pick up even more here, Paul, which if you look at that first 5 minutes, the defence of Metro really struggled to play the ball out. But look, both teams are starting to settle now. I think the game's starting to get into a rhythm, and we're just starting to see both teams really settle on the ball a bit.
First foul, Bomber?
A second foul for MetroStars conceded.
Thanks to Green Play Australia.
So Vaughan goes out right hand side of the park. Butler Bowden. Espina. That's actually Brown, I reckon, on that right hand side.
At the back, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Spinner's a little bit more on the wing.
Bowden's pushed up a bit as well. Bowden's in the middle
here,
there, yeah. So they're going to attack. A little bit hard with the sun in their eyes. Backheader trying to find Edeba. Edeba controls, looks up. Knows where the goals are. Cuts it back. Not a good cutback though. It's cut out there by O'Donnell. It's in the defence. Vangeli.
Under pressure.
Yeah, it is a little bit. As trying to win it there was Bonata. Noel Bonata. Well, it comes back.
Yeah, a bit untidy. He says
He's
he got the
unhappy.
ball, but yeah.
I reckon Bonata played with Olympic. If my memory
that's a foul.
serves me right.
Just watching on replay.
Either Olympic or Comets.
Just a little bit too enthusiastic.
Anyhow, it's Olympic. Vangeli Bonata on him as again. Goes inboard to Butler Bowden. He finds Alexandru. He's got Karatzis on the left. Decides to go probably backwards. He's going to go on his own. Well done, Alexandru. Did the good work. Goes short to Espina. Espina looking for Erba. Goes down. Is it a penalty?
Yeah, it is.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Penalty to Olympic.
Watch this on replay. Not too much protestation going on, and I think that was a definite.
And
pen.
Polendis will take it.
It was a culprit there in the back there. Player through, blindside beautifully, and a very untidy challenge. Definite penalty. Was that Solania, the culprit? Or the other bearded player there, Brazil?
Yeah, I think it was Solania there.
Solania.
I think he had his hands all over him on his shoulder as he came in on the impact there.
So Penendez normally scores these penalties. I reckon he's the top goal scorer at the moment. Somewhere around the 12, 13 goals so far this season. Penendez, can he make it one? He does! Olympic are leading 1-0 against MetroStars here at the TK Shuttle Reserve.
What was my tip, Rob? Did I stay
Yeah,
with
you
it?
went for the draw.
I thought I stayed with Olympic
No,
in the
you went for the
all-white.
draw. Because you're weak.
Well, it has been all Olympic in fairness. These early stages of the first half, and they get the just rewards with a penalty.
I think they're just playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, Olympic, aren't they?
They are.
Every time they come
They are.
forward, they're coming forward with numbers. They're getting Erba's making those beautiful diagonal runs where they're just putting him through into those little pockets in the box.
So back to the live action now. How will MetroStars respond? Very depleted MetroStars today. I've been saying that Olympic resting a few as well. Solania now, good turn. Plays it in the middle of the park. They'll come now through Wooding. Strain wants it short, gets it short. Strain now goes wide to O'Donnell. O'Donnell for MetroStars. Into attack, trailing 1-0. Takes it to the byline,
Well done, lad.
gets it into the box. The cutback comes. It couldn't beat the first man in Alexandru. They'll get another bite at the cherry will the MetroStars as they trail 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard.
That's what you like to see, a youngster taking on a player, cutting down, getting down to the line and trying to cut it back.
So MetroStars now. Wooding lays it off. It's a ball from Barr to the far side. Good control in the end by Carley. He's under pressure, has to go back to Callisto. The CC's combined all the way back now to the halfway line. Will they go back to their keeper? The switch of play comes. And Lachlan Barr now on the halfway line, looks up, sees what he's got in front of him, and it's O'Donnell. O'Donnell comes in board to Strain. Good turn by Strain. And Wooding with the overlapping goes to the far side. Carley ignored Callisto, goes into the box, but a little bit heavy on the cross, and that'll be out of play, goal kick. So Metro, good response, Brazza. Haven't dropped the head.
Look, it's early in the game still. Obviously, there's plenty of football to play. They can't drop their heads at the moment because they're playing for their lives at the minute. So, you know, we're just going to see how they react the next 5 minutes to get back on top of Olympic, which you might see Olympic just starting to, you know, just close the game up and just be patient on when they're going to go forward and when they're not going to go forward. They're leading 1-0.
9th minute, Rob? The goal?
Not sure. I'll say 10th.
We'll find
Bomber
it on
will look it
Bomber's
up.
app, yep. So Alexandra with a throw in.
In the 11th minute.
Thank you, Bomber. Penalty, of course. So Alexandra now, a long throw in. Callisto in the middle of the park, finds Wooding, goes wide to Henderson. Henderson does a 360, Wooding, Solania. Back to Wooding now, up the line. Nice ball for Callisto, overlapping run from O'Donnell, should get it into the box, very heavy with that, but still Carley chips it up, out.
What a great move by Metro just there. Just Carley just overcooking it at the end there, but just should have been just a bit more composure. Could have actually brought the ball down and just squared it in the box. But good play by Metro there.
So it'll be a goal kick taken here by Vaughan. Play just over 13 minutes. Green Play Australia scoreboard. Olympic leading 1-0.
I think this is becoming a problem a little bit for Metro guys. Poniotis is just sitting in that hole just behind in front of Erber. And Olympic are playing those balls just into him, and he's just flicking it onto Erber every time, where the mismatch is Callisto with Poniotis. I think that's causing him a few dramas here.
Yeah, a bit of a lightweight versus a heavyweight.
Yeah.
We'll see how Robbie Saracino responds if any moves are made. Solania now comes out of defence, plays the ball into the middle of the park. Good turn by Bonanda to O'Donnell. What?
Bonada.
Bonada. What?
No N in there. Is there an N?
Bonada.
Isn't it an A?
B-O-N-A-D-A. Bonanda. What
You
do I
say?
say?
Bonanda.
Bonada.
Bonada.
Sorry, mate.
It's okay.
I was practicing all week for Gato Podis.
He's not playing.
And now you're throwing me this one.
Catapodis.
Gato Podis.
Catapodis.
It's like two hyphenated. Gato Podis.
Can get Smith right.
Bonada. What about Thomas Brown? I hope I've pronounced that correctly.
Brown, we've got a Brown and Smith there, we're all right.
Thank goodness for that.
So it is on the left-hand side of the park.
Good to have you back, Rob, anyway.
That's all right.
Even though you're coughing up a lung all over us.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, at least the comedy's back.
Oh.
It's Richard's place, what Jimbo said, by the way. Left-hand side of the park. Karat's scored a ripper, as Bomber said last week. Left-hand side of the park. Goes backwards. Alexandru gets his cross. In the way, though, was Barr. Got a knockdown. That's Henderson, actually.
Now, that was accidental. Yeah, Tomazos is saying, what did I do wrong? Let's see if the replay picks it up. But I think he did nothing wrong there. He just caught him, mate. They just an accidental collision.
Good to see Tomazos getting a starting berth.
Yep.
Good player.
It was good to see the Channel 9 weather Friday night was live from the Comets training ground. Good promotion there.
Speak anybody?
No. Bomber.
Yeah, score updates around the grounds thanks to Greenplay Australia. Raiders leading 1-0 against the Panthers. It's still 0-0 between Para Hills and Adelaide Comets. Campbelltown still leading 1-0 against Adelaide United Youth. It's 0-0 between Adelaide City and Blue Eagles, and here it's Adelaide Olympic leading 1-0 against MetroStars.
The big one tonight, West Adelaide and Croydon Kings. More ways than one.
For both teams. There's a backheader there, chance for MetroStars, Strain. In the way, Butler Bowden.
Brown.
Or Brown. One of the two.
Brown.
Who's on the far side.
On that occasion.
Yeah, I know. They're both together that time. That's Butler Bowden clearing it. Only as far as Solana. Lachlan Barr for MetroStars. Goes to O'Donnell. Cooper O'Donnell. Who's looking for Bonata. And player goes down. Alexandra will get the free kick.
I think it's the second one he's been a little bit over enthusiastic with his attempt to get the ball. Not understanding that from behind, very hard.
Just a silly place to foul there, Paul. You know, you've got the player in a pocket there where you don't need to give a foul and just keep pressure on him and make him make a decision to make a bad pass. Sometimes we get too excited in those areas, and there was no need for him to foul him there.
With sports today, Rob, we've got Pete Senior and Pete Junior back from overseas. Pete Senior on the boundary line cam.
Yeah.
What do we call that?
They've allowed him on the boundary too.
And why wouldn't they?
Oh, didn't think the referees would allow that.
Depends on the referee, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyhow, it is a throw-in. MetroStars, Tommy Strain. Been injured most of the season. Didn't look like that was out, was it?
Yeah.
Just swung in and out. Swung out and in. So throw-in will be for Olympic. As Alexandru looks for Karatzis. Goes short to Tomazos. Good. Ooh, I
thought he was going to shoot.
Good ball.
Hey, do you think he was
No, I
gonna
knew he was
shoot?
going to pass it on. Edber's clapping his hands. He said, well done, lad. And the ball is with Isaac Carmody.
Goal attempts by Olympic, Bomber.
Goal attempts by Olympic, it's 2 shots, 1 on target, 1 off target. With MetroStars, they only had 1 shot, 1 on off target. And those stats are brought to you by Greenplay Australia.
Carmody with a kick out to the halfway line. Wind may have calmed. Free kick picked up by referee Mooney. Forecast is for the wind to ease from 3 o'clock onwards.
To ease?
It's supposed to ease from 3 o'clock. The
Oh.
forecast was the wind's easing from about 3 till midnight. Solana now for MetroStars goes long and wide. Carly the target out there. Was he changed? Yes. Cross comes in, a header from Strain.
It's a lot better from Metro. What a great chance.
Yeah, good ball by Dylan Smith. I think if Tom Strain had played a few more games,
Bit rusty, you reckon?
yep, he might have put that one at least.
Switching on the replay,
The
very well
goals.
weighted. Yeah, you're right, actually. That was a beautiful ball into the box, and Strain just a bit rusty. Here was a close-up. Beautiful ball. Maybe just a bit too close there, Chappie. We didn't get that one. But anyway, Bomber.
Yeah, just a quick score update. Adelaide City leading 1-0 against Adelaide Blue Eagles. Thanks to Greenplay Australia.
Yes.
It was your prediction at the start
My
of the game,
prediction.
wasn't it?
And South Adelaide too, by the way.
South
they're
Adelaide to
down.
beat the Raiders. Big call. So throw in now to MetroStars in the defensive half. O'Donnell has the ball. They trail 1-0 to Olympic, who are in brilliant form at the moment. Karatzis try to win the ball. He's won the throw-in.
When's the last time they lost the game? Is it got there?
No, be prior to the 8th of June this year. You have to go back prior to
Get a
that.
look at that. I'll let you know in
Thank
half
you.
time. So Olympic with the ball. Tomazos going for a run. There's that Espina. Can't quite get there. In the way the MetroStars defence. I think it was Carly. Goes out to High De Silva. Doing a bit of a dance.
Corner kick.
Corner kick. Right hand side of the park.
First corner of the game.
Of the game.
Of the game.
Is there an echo? He's back, Jimbo. He's back.
So it is a corner kick on the far side. Ricardo De Silva to take it. Butler Bowden. He's scored a few goals. Brown's there too. Cleared here by MetroStars defence. Left hand side.
Dylan Smith.
Smith's all the way back. They do switch play. Trying to find Tommy Strain, is it?
Yep.
And that's over the sideline for a throw-in. To Olympic. Michael Alexandru will take it. They're leading 1-0 here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Alexandru once again with it. Karatzis. Player goes down. Tomazos. So it'll be a free kick to Olympic. Not forgetting their big, huge game on Wednesday night, 7 o'clock kickoff down at Velo Stadium. Not sure if you can pre-purchase their tickets. I wasn't told about that one, but you can certainly pick up the tickets on the day or on the night, as they do switch play to Marzos. And that goes over the sideline for a throw-in.
So just over 22 minutes gone on the Green Play Australia time clock. Olympic lead 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard. Pretty much in control with a few huffs and puffs coming from MetroStars, but here come Olympic now through Alexandru. Goes wide to Karatzis. Karatzis now, one way then the other, inboard. Karatzis again, takes on two. Centres the ball, Penendis. Little chip in ball back to Karatzis. Didn't get there. The referee's seen an infringement. Bit of a body check. So free kick going the way of MetroStars. I think let's have a look on the replay if it tells us what it was. Sure, I couldn't pick a free up on that. But in saying that, we're having some problems with our screen up here. Which Rob contributes to now packing up last week, Bomber. So throw into Olympic. Alexandru now. Tomazos came short, but he goes down to Karatzis instead. Solania should do the tidying up for MetroStars. Gets it over the halfway line. Tommy Strain could have almost given away and did give away a free kick. Going early, nowhere near the ball. And Gary Mooney just going to have a chat to Strain just to calm him down a little bit. Let him know who's boss here today. So another free kick to Olympic. Vangeli now goes to the far side of the ground. Brown. In fact, there was a spinner. Played it to Penendis, to De Silva. Plays it in board to Edba. Good control. Turns, shoots, but off target. Didn't get the power of the connection he would have liked. The goal attempt to Olympic.
So it'll be a goal kick. Taken here by Carmody. He'll send it against the breeze. Sends it towards the right-hand side of the park.
A lot of breeze.
Cooper O'Donnell. In the way though, Vangeli. O'Donnell with a throw-in. Looking for Callisto. Alexandru clears it. It's a funny-looking one. Tomazel. Yeah, Callisto's feet was up.
Just really liking this midfield of Olympic. This Tomasos is doing a lot of work in that midfield, guys. Just the rotations in the middle of the park with him and Pondiidis is, I think, Metro struggling just to keep on top of these two.
Last time they lost, boys, against Campbelltown 4-1, round 8, April 25th.
Penendis in the middle of the park for Olympic.
10 rounds ago.
Goes short to Espino, who turns, finds De Silva in front of that $1 million scoreboard. I love that scoreboard. Plays a loose ball up the line. Should be tidied up by Selenian. I don't know if we said it at the top of the show, but big thank you to the crew here at MetroStars. The hospitality, beautiful once again.
Second to none.
Well, with that order form, get your name, get your order form, and magnificent stuff. Fantastic hospitality.
It is.
Beautiful.
As MetroStars trying to get to the ball. It's Olympic, left-hand side of the park. Alexandru, not a good pass. Over the sideline will be a throw-in to MetroStars. Quickly taken here by Barr. Goes all the way back to his keeper there in Carmody. Barr again. Trying to find Strain. Well done, Alexandru.
Yeah, he's been prominent.
Yep. Butler Bowden goes short. Fernandez, Espina. So Olympic looking sharp. Goes back to Espina. Goes inboard, gets the cut back. No, cleared by MetroStars defence. Only his fault. He's going to crack it from there.
I thought so too.
Now he might. No, he won't. Goes short. Goes to Karatzis. Scored a ripper last week. Can get to the line. Cuts it back. Handball. No.
It'd be
Cleared here by MetroStars defence.
a bit tough to give that a penalty. Came at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Selania. Is our crowd cam? Could we call it that?
Sideline cam.
Boundary rider cam. Bomber.
Yeah, just quick score. Raiders leading 1-0 against Panthers. But interesting enough, Parra Hills and Adelaide Commons, the two highest scorers teams last week, sits at 0-0.
Yeah, good point. Still early days. We've played almost 27 minutes have flown by here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Round 18 action thanks to Osco Modular. Getting a real close-up view there. Has the ball now. Karatzis trying to win it. He was outnumbered a little bit there. Throw in to Olympic. Alexandria to take it. Clubhouse side. Karatzis tried the little touch on. Wooding did well. Read it best. Comes out of defence. Liam Wooding looking for some support. Does the pirouette, as Rob says. Selania gave him that support. Henderson now. Henderson plays it wide. Carley up the line. Dylan Smith goes back to Carley but turned it over. Nice little back heel there as Olympic should come out of defence, but they've turned it over just as quickly. Good intercept by Callisto. Played it wide to Smith. Smith needs some help. Gets a chip into the box. Lurking is Bonada. That's been clear. Bonada, Rob, is it?
That's correct.
I want to always say Bonanza for some unknown reason.
Anyhow, Olympic with the ball. It's Ponendes. I mean, that's where you're getting confused.
No, I'm thinking of that Seinfeld episode with George Bonanza here to see you. Remember?
No.
Okay.
Goes down the line. Olympic get the head to it. It's Brown. All the way back to his keeper there in Vaughan. Daniel Vaughan.
Not forgetting the other big game tonight, of course, West Adelaide and Croydon at 5:30, but at 6:30 I think it's Western Sydney Wanderers taking on Leeds United at their new stadium. First game at their new stadium to be christened tonight, hosting Leeds United. Very undermanned Leeds United, just quietly.
They've been undermanned for about 20 years, Paul.
Exactly. Well done, Brezza.
Jeez, look at these blokes.
I'd be embarrassed to follow a team like that. Anyhow, it is MetroStars.
It's the true supporters that stick through thick and thin, as you would know as a Napoli supporter, Rob, down to Serie C, and they made their way back up. Juventus. It's only Leeds that haven't come back yet, back to the top tier. Now, what's going on there with Vangeli? He's questioning a few decisions. Gee, that wind is super strong in the effects mic. Now, it's the assistant referee that's had a chat to
Vangeli must have said something.
Yeah. So just Mooney reminding him of his obligations. And it's Christy Vangeli still disputing.
The referee's system not happy with that for some reason.
So from the throw-in now, Olympic lead 1-0. They've turned it over. O'Donnell now plays it short to Wooding. Wooding plays it into Alexandria, wins the throw-in from the deflection.
So it is Cooper O'Donnell. Goes out right-hand side of the park, goes to Callisto. Callisto heading towards the flag. Goes inboard to Wooding. Back to Callisto, looking all right. Metros. O'Donnell, can he cut it back? Tries to cut it back. Maybe just hanged on it a little bit too much. Should have gone straight away. But he wins himself a corner kick.
Give credit to the defender there, Vangeli, sliding in well timed. So 1-0, Bomber.
Score update, it's LA United Youth and Campbelltown City 1-1.
Got one back. So corner kick to MetroStars, Liam Wooding to take it. Right foot out swinger. Good height on it, but headed away by Penendez doing the defending. Only as far as Bernarda. Bernarda now takes it to the byline. He'll try and get the cutback. Does so. Headed away by Vangeli. Olympic momentarily out of trouble. To come back at him as Solana chips it into the box. Should be tidied up by Vangeli again on the second. Keeps it in. Plays it up the line. Well done.
Classy player, isn't he?
Oh,
Hey, Kipper
nice dummy.
O'Donnell's done all right,
Yeah, I like
hasn't he?
that, yeah.
Good to see a youngster. Vigour out there. Passion. Goes out Solana. Finds Henderson. Henderson can go to Wormburner though. To Callisto. Goes all the way back to Henderson. Henderson gets his chip. Looking for strain. Behind him was Alexandru. Gee, they've done all right, Metros. They're certainly putting pressure there, but the Olympic are coming away with it. Through to Marzos, right hand side. Who's lurking there? Erba. He's got the ball, cuts it back, chance. But cleared here by up in the air it goes, an Olympic with the ball.
That's De Silva. De Silva now plays it to Alexandru. So still in possession, still in attack. Olympic, Penendez. Back to Alexandru, who'll go wide. Karatzis to the byline, gets the cut back. Clear. Penendez with a shot. Gee, he didn't meet that the way he would have liked. That's a goal attempt gone begging for Olympic. And MetroStars come away with it now. Ball with Dylan Smith on the halfway line. Oh, try to find Bernarda there, but it didn't come off. An easy take in the end for Vaughan, who quickly releases Alexandru. I don't think he was too aware of that. Karatzis on the halfway line, couldn't control it, out of play, throw in MetroStars. So now with Barr, plays it inboard. Bernarda wide, O'Donnell up the line, Strain tip of the box, takes it to the byline, he's in the box, gets the cutback, had to be saved by feet. Vaughan did well to get down. Vangeli up the line, Karatzis pushes it further on. That's how to play for a throw-in.
The game's definitely swung a little bit, hasn't it, guys? I think Metro, the last 5 minutes, is starting to get numbers forward, and they're starting to get people forward, which is putting a lot of pressure on the back four of Olympic. Just seeing...
Is that wind going across, or is it favouring anyone, Brazza?
I think it's heading towards more...
towards the left, or our left.
Towards your left, yeah, definitely towards the left a little bit. So it'll be interesting second half here if Metro can just not concede here, or if they can pinch a goal, it's going to be a really big second half for Metro.
You got one of your mates on the Facebook Live, Paul, Jason Cavey. You should talk more about Leeds.
Exactly right, Jason.
Who? I don't know.
Jason. We should talk more about Leeds. I think it's going to be a challenging season.
Bad luck, I suppose.
So MetroStars with a free kick. Dylan Smith over the ball. Plenty of Metro shirts in the box waiting for the cross to come in. Referee just sorting out the wall. Looks like more than 10 metres to me, but anyway. So Smith now to put it in the box. It's a low one. Couldn't be the first man. Not a good clearance, but they'll get away with it through Karatzis. He comes away with the ball now to the halfway line. Callisto in front of him, but he switches the play. Spin to the runner on the far side. He gets his head on it. Butler Bowden might have to give him some help, and he does. He comes inboard. De Silva back to Butler Bowden. Alexandru wants it on this side, gets it. Now Alexandru moving forward. Shades the sun. Goes short to Butler Bowden, who retreats. Thought about Vangeli. Does it himself. Nice work, Butler Bowden. Now what's on offer? De Silva chips it into the box. Too heavy. Couldn't judge the win, and O'Donnell clears it for MetroStars.
Only as far as Alexandru. Alexandru left hand side of the park. Looks to cross it. Does deep into attack.
Oh, good take.
And keeper did well to grab it. Harmony.
Good take, yeah.
Remembering Metro's played a midweek game this week.
And that's where the injury.
Adelaide United.
That's where the injury to Christian Esposito came from, apparently.
Credible 3-1 loss. Should recall that.
Tomazos plays it wide to De Silva. De Silva back to Butler Bowden. Olympic still on the charge. They lead 1-0 Almost 36 gone in the first half here. TK shutters Karatzis one way then the other. He's in the box. He's dancing. He centres it to Penendus unselfishly. And what was that? A back pass from Tomazos to the keeper.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it down. We have to put it down as a goal tempo bomber, that back pass.
On target or?
Well, yes, it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
He had to be stopped.
I think he was more looking for a 1-2 in the box there, guys, than a shot.
That's
I think
what I
he was
reckon.
looking for a pocket pass through.
So up they go. Good headed down there by Strain. Looking for Smith. Or Bonata actually, it was. So free kick. Quickly taken, goes to Alexandru from Brown. Looking for Penendus.
She's been a good score, this Alexander.
Yeah, he has. Good player. Karatzis. Goes short. Butler Bowden. I think it's a spinner on that far side, it is.
Yep.
Gets across there.
Had to be
And
saved.
had to be saved, you're right. It was dipping with his breeze, and keeper did well to punch it over the crossbar.
Absolutely. Let's watch this on the replay. Very tricky wind out there. Cross come shot. Keeper had to deal with it, as you see on screen. And a good save in the end by Carmody. Could have been 2-0. Keeps it at 1-0, but a corner to Adelaide Olympic. If we don't get sunburn, we'll definitely get windburn today, Rob, I reckon. Funny after last week as the corner comes in, very deep. Erba's lurking. Erba gets it. Oh, I don't know what that was. Tried a nutmeg.
Yeah.
As Solania comes away with it for MetroStars.
Solania with the ball right hand side of the park. Goes in board trying to find Wooding. Alexandru again. Tomazos. He's been okay. He looks for the eye of the
beautiful.
needle. Finds it to De Silva. Hi-oh, De Silva. Scores. No. Yes. No. It was going high.
That was a beautiful movement by Olympic, and you're right, Brazza, they're just playing with some unbelievable confidence at the moment.
So the Silva on the right-hand side here, guys, is just unbelievable. Just
player.
the little passes he puts through and the little runs he makes into pockets. That, for instance, that chance there, just really good to watch.
Great vision too by Tomazos.
I think Tomato's having a great game, guys, this first half.
Every
So
time,
lad.
every time we've
Playing
seen him,
very,
as a
very
sub,
well.
yeah, he's a
Very
great
well.
player.
So the ball is with Wooding. Made the move from South Adelaide to MetroStars. And ever since the move, I think Metro's been going lower and lower. Does that mean something?
Didn't he leave Metros and go to South Adelaide, then come back to Metro?
No, from the beginning of the season.
No, but from last year.
From
where-
last year, he went to South Adelaide, yeah.
So he's yo-yo. He's come back.
He's yo-yo, he's come back.
I don't know what your insinuation is, Rob, but I don't think you can go lower than South Adelaide at the moment.
Fernandez switches play. De Silva chests it down to Spina. Back to De Silva it goes. MetroStars going backwards. Henderson. Wooding. Solana was there as well. Barr. Wooding again. O'Donnell. They're pushing it around quite neatly.
Could have been a foul.
Strain's
Bernardo.
Bernardo. Bernardo's got a chance to score. He tries. He should have cracked it himself, I reckon, in that spot.
Yeah, agree.
Tried to find Strain, and he's won himself a corner kick.
Yeah, I think you're right. He should have gone unselfish and just cracked it first time. Watch this on the replay. Tried to play it inboard, but he still had a sea of legs to try and get through. Should have been a bit more selfish, Brazzett.
Yeah, it's hard to see from this angle, but obviously the wind might have played part of it where he's going against it and he probably didn't feel comfortable hitting it against the wind. We need a lot of power to probably hit in that far corner.
Fair call from the corner kick. Well floated one. Fairly deep, though. Dealt with by Tomazos. Only as far as Smith. He'll put it back into the box. Keeper comes, punches. Callisto couldn't control it. And you think, well, I was going to say they should have got away with it. And it's play on, claims for handball, ignored as a free header there by Strain. And that's a goal attempt on target and saved. Well done by Thomas Strain.
A few restless people behind me, guys.
I can hear that. And just some news for Jason, some Leeds news for Jason. See that he's asking on the Facebook.
Yeah.
It looks like they'll be keeping Kiko Casilla, the goalkeeper, who a lot of supporters aren't happy with over there. Had a shocker in the playoff campaign. Third choice keeper at Real Madrid. They paid big money for him. There was talk of offloading him, but it looks like, Jason, that they'll be sticking with him.
Oh well.
I don't know if that's good or bad news for Leeds supporters, but back to the game.
But it can also get Carmody or Vaughan to go down there.
Well, as a keeper.
There's a chance for MetroStars. Smith! Saved by Vaughan. Ends up with Wooding. Wooding can crack it.
Oh, great save!
Great save there by Vaughan.
Jeez.
His form from the Cup. When we saw him in the Cup, he was magnificent, but his form,
Watch
he's
this
stuck
on replay.
as well, and a
Great
couple of
two
great
saves.
saves.
Oh, well done by Wooding to keep it down as well. That was going in, there's no doubt about that, and that's a great save by Daniel Vaughan, who's keeping out Nicholas Harpus. And 2 good goal attempts, 2 great saves, and Metro, good response. Still trail 1-0.
They've responded well. Wooding with a corner kick. Can they get one back? Chance to cut it back. They're under the pump Olympic at the moment. The defence, Smith has been good. And he tried to dummy Tomazos. Tomazos too clever for that. And he's actually won himself a throw-in.
Gee, a great response by Metro Stars towards the latter stages of this first half. So 1-0 though, Olympic still lead. They've got to throw in deep in their defensive half. Butler Bowden over the back of his head. Only as far as Barr. Barr chips it forward, puts O'Donnell under pressure. Alexandra giving chase for Olympic. Gets there first, sees it over the line. And it'll be a throw into Adelaide Olympic, who lead 1-0 on the Green Play Australia scoreboard as we approach extra time of the first half. Windy conditions down here at TK Shutter Reserve. Probably picked that up in the effects mic. Sideline cam, great vision down there. Close to the action, that's a foul by Ponendez. I don't know if Pete Senior had that. He did, I think, have that on. This will be interesting to see this close to the action. Free kick to Metro Stars. How many is that they've conceded, Olympic, Bomber?
Olympic have conceded 6 fouls and Metro Stars conceded 9.
Bernardo goes in, trying to find Strain with the ball. Metros have really picked up, haven't they? Cuts it back, but too close to the keeper. Well done again.
Doing really well, Tommy. I think he's getting a lot of
Yeah,
the ball around that box now. He's getting a bit of confidence. He's doing really well for a guy that's been out for a while.
Espina. Tomazos playing keepies off at the moment. Goes towards De Silva. Well done, Carly. Certainly picked up Metro Stars, but Olympic with the ball through Butler Bowden. They switch it to Alexandru. Karatis is there. Ponendez goes down, wins himself the free kick. And with this breeze, you reckon they can crack it?
No, I think so. I think it's a very tempting position. It'll be testing for the goalkeeper.
Karatis wants it.
As you see it on screen, it's from what Mark Brazzali tells us, it's swinging or going from right to left as you see it on your screen. So this will be a testing one for the keeper. Only 3 in the wall. There we go. 3.5, sorry. Oh no, I thought Callisto was going in. Karatis to take the free kick.
Whoa.
It's on! Gee, that was on target. Had to be dealt with by the keeper.
Touched it.
Tell you what, I think it just went through his hands.
I think
As he jumped up.
I reckon he had to. It did go over though. His hands got there. Yeah, no, a bit of a parry there on the replay. Yeah, Brazza. It looked like it was going to go through his fingers, but yeah, no, he just helped it over the bar. So corner kick to Olympic. They lead 1-0 as we approach extra time of the first half. Well, wait a free header.
Tell you what.
And that was Butler Bowden again, getting up with another goal attempt, gone begging for Olympic.
I think it could have been Brown.
Whoever
No,
that
this
is.
one.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was
Brown,
Brown.
Brown.
Thomas Brown. Sorry, Rob. Well done. Good
Get
pick
your
up.
facts right.
Ken, I'm trying to concentrate, not getting your lung in my ear. You're coughing up.
Sorry.
No, you're right, mate. I always
Okay.
wanted the Ebola virus. Jeez.
So it'll be Carmody. Both keepers have done well.
Absolutely.
Quality saves. Referee calls it halts for half time.
2 seconds.
Here at TK Shuttle Reserve, and they go in at half time. It is
Down to Brazil.
1-0 to Olympic.
Well, yours,
Guys,
Brazza.
I'll just quickly get George here before he goes in.
You
Georgie,
can walk in with him. You can walk in with him.
Georgie, how did you see that first half?
I thought it was quite even, to be honest. We know they're a good side when they get their foot on the ball, but at the same time, so are we. So, listen, the penalty, I thought it was, but again, the the big fella in goals for us is making some good saves. But I think it's quite even, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought. Look, I think myself it looked pretty even. Both teams had a lot of chances, a few chances each side. I think the wind played a bit of a havoc that first half. It'll be interesting for you guys second half. Do you look at this game? Have you got your eye on the second game Wednesday in this game, or is it just purely this game looking for 90 minutes and trying to get the best out of these boys?
No, I think we spoke before the game, Braz. I mean, you play to win every game. We're semi-professionals. If we asked everyone who to be in our position, they'll say yes. The reality is, it's the highest level we're going to play. You're here, you win every game. Macca and Adelaide is a slight hammy, but they're good to go if needed.
I just like De Silva on the right-hand side. I think he's been very good for you, and Tomasos in the middle of the park there. I think he's just getting really on top of Metro at times and really putting those beautiful pocket passes through the box. I think your balance is excellent today.
Yeah, look, we know Ricky is a quite versatile player. Can play, through the middle or out wide. And he actually combines well with the Argentinian boy. They've got a good understanding. So yeah, and Dimmy, it's his first start for a while. We know Dimmy can play. He's happy to do a job for us, and he's actually doing quite well. Yep.
It's good on you, Brazza. We better let George get in there, mate, and address the boys. And well, a good first half, a very entertaining first half, I've got to say. It is a 1-0 scoreline to Adelaide Olympic, but it could have so easily been at least 1-1. 2-1. It could have been anything really at half time.
Oh look, both teams had their chances. Obviously the game started a bit slow, I thought, for Metro, but both teams had their passages where they came in and out of the game. And look, the quality of the game I think is great. For a spectator's point of view, there's been good chances from both teams. I think the football's been good. It's going to be a very interesting second half. Metro have to dig deep now. Obviously, they're down 1-0 and they need to get a result out of this game.
Mama, let's have a look at those half-time stats before we take a short break and see the half-time highlights.
Yeah, so half-time stats thanks to Green Play Australia. Shots, MetroStars had 5 shots, 3 on target and 2 off target. They've committed 10 fouls, had made 3 corners and had 3 saves. For Adelaide Olympic, they had 9 shots, 6 on target, 3 off target. Committed 6 fouls, had 2 corners and 2 saves.
So fairly even half, as those stats probably reflect as well, and chances at both ends. It is 1-0 at half time. We'll take a short break and come back with the second half.
I was worried when we had to cancel our Fiji holiday because of that unexpected cyclone.
Yeah, we'd already prepaid the flights and accommodation.
It's all covered because you took out an RAA travel insurance premium policy.
Clever us.
And because you booked your holiday through RAA Travel, we were able to rebook you to the Whitsundays.
Perfect.
So you guys can relax. Even more. Take off with more. Get a quote today.
This is the second disappointing thing that's happened to me today.
Well, thankfully, your RAA home insurance covers you for ceiling damage caused by a storm.
Great.
And your claim won't be a hassle for you because all our claims are handled right here in SA.
Excellent.
So, what was the first disappointing thing that happened today?
I won the meat raffle at the footy club.
Oh.
We do more. Get a quote today.
Yes, welcome back to... that would have been an interesting picture. As if it was in a theatre, you would have been probably throwing up after seeing that. Welcome back to TK Shutter Reserve. That's 1-0 here at half-time. Olympic hold the lead through an 11th minute penalty converted by Christos Penendis. Down to Mark Brazzali with the coach of the MetroStars, Robbie Saracino.
Robbie, just obviously 1-0 down. Where do you see the game changing for yourself to get a result out of this game?
Oh, look, I think the first half, towards the last 5-10 minutes, it was a lot better, but early on it was pretty immature performance from our guys, and it's been the same thing for the last 4 or 5 weeks. So, we've just got to knuckle down and do some really hard work and just be accountable one-on-one. If that happens, then obviously we may have a good result. But until then, I said, we're going to be in a really tough game here.
Yeah, look, I thought the last 15 minutes you really got on top of them with a couple of great chances there, which could have probably been a different situation start of this second half. But obviously, look, there's plenty of football to be played, and obviously you need a result today to keep yourselves intact with the top 6.
Yeah, look, I think we'll create. It's just a matter of, like you said, that you got to put those goals away. And like I said before, it's just been our theme for the last couple of weeks that we haven't put our chances away. But hopefully that continues to create and then get the reward for it.
No worries. Thanks, Robbie. Cheers.
Well done, Brazza, down there at boundary side with the coach of the MetroStars, Robbie Saracino, and an immature performance. What did you make of that comment, Rob, by Robbie?
They're a young team. They've got young players playing.
I think it's more, guys, immature. When a coach talks about immature, so I think it's just being naive in what they're doing in all areas of their game. Not so much maturity as in age. I think it's more in being naive in what they're doing, what he wants them to do.
Second half underway. It'll be Olympic kicking to right of screen for those of you just joining us, and already on the attack. Hi-ho Da Silva into attack. Nate Support, he's got a couple around him, and Callisto takes the ball off him. And now Henderson should come out of it. Well, it's under pressure there, and he did well, Carly, to get it up the line, but still, two Metro boys collide, and Selenia's hurt himself. Olympic aren't stopping as Brown. Now they put it out of play. Vangeli Sporting like to see what happened to Selenia. I think it was just a collision of two MetroStars boys there colliding.
I think so.
See if we can pick it up on replay.
Looks like he's hurt his chest.
I think it's shoulder. Here it comes, the collision. Yep, two Metros
shoulder
colliding. Bernarda. Now what's going on there? What's that noise? I reckon that was Brazza with his mobile phone.
I was just checking the scores, guys.
He's kicking the ball around.
Aha, so it was the mobile phone interfering. So Selenia, he's all right, he's back on his feet. Sporting like MetroStars from the throw and give the ball back to Olympic, and we're back on.
So all the way back to all the way back to Vaughan. It goes left-hand side of the park. Trying to focus us on the left. Is that Vangeli?
Yep.
It is. Goes to Tomazos, I think. Looks like it. Ends up with Erba. Go in boards, MetroStars through Selenia. Goes to Bonarda. Well tackled there by Espina. Bonarda did well though. Got it out to Carly. Carly trying to get past Butler Bowden. Goes to Smith. Their chance for MetroStars. He can crack it from there. Cracks it. It's hit the back of a player. And the referee had seen something. Handball, is it?
Well, that's what he indicated, but
just there or there?
Yeah, it must have been the second one. Let's see if we can pick it up on the read. That's the first one. The player turned and it did hit his arm.
There you go.
But is that where the free is? Watch this on the shot. Boom, turned his back. Did hit his arm, but the free kick wasn't taken from there. Anyway.
Goes to Smith. Smith chips it into towards Strain. Strain can control it.
Wants the corner.
Wants the corner, and he does get it. Left-hand side of the park.
That was in. Where did he take the free kick from further back, or was it a second handball?
No, that was the second handball.
Oh, there was a second handball. So now it'll be a corner kick. Wooding, short, to Solania, back to Wooding. Wooding now to the byline. Comes in on his right. He's going to go the shot or the cut back. Goes the shot, the worm burner. Cleared by Alexandru. A bit of mayhem in that 6-yard box for MetroStars, but Olympic survive. Just.
Gee, Vangeli's certainly animated, isn't he?
Yeah. Bit of ping pong or pinball going on in that 6-yard box.
Not happy with something. So 2 corners in the space of a minute. It'll be Liam Wooding to take it. Swings it in with the right-footed in-swinger. Chesting it down quite nicely was Lachlan Barr.
Had a lot of time in the box,
tries to chest it and hit it at the same time.
Let's watch this on the replay, Rob. He had a lot of time before someone
Chest
came
and hit
to
it at the
him.
same time, isn't it? But easily cut out there by the keeper Vaughan.
De Silva plays it up the line. He was looking for Tomazos, but it's cut out by Henderson. But Ricky will get another chance. No, he'll leave it for a spinner. Tomazos offered the lead, ignored. Spinner goes longer to Adba. Callisto, he's been prominent these early doors of the second half as it's headed away by the Olympic defence in Brown. So throw in now to MetroStars right on the halfway line. Stefan Carley to take it. Barr with a big hack forward. Oh, this would be interesting. No, they kept their feet down, both of them. De Silva did well, the winner of that tussle. Bernardo wanted a free kick. Espina's got the, Edba's got the ball. He's maybe given away a foul, Edba, and he did. Barr the recipient, Henderson to take it.
Metro's just changed their formation, guys, from the start of the second half, from a back 3 to a back 4. Obviously, just to get more numbers in the middle of the park, to try to get just a bit more penetration up front.
So Barr with the ball on the far side. He's got the ball at his feet, looking for some movement. Olympic have won it though. Goes to Karatzis. Karatzis looking for Edba. Chance for Olympic. Got a couple of plays to beat, but well done there by Henderson.
Yeah, showed too much of it to Henderson.
Saves it. No, he didn't save it for corner kick. Giving away that corner kick.
Just if we see on the replay, I think you'll see Edba just touched it. Little heavy touch there. Showed too much of the ball to Henderson, who said thank you very much, but he did. So, yes, Bomber?
Yeah, it's just so scores around the grounds thanks to Green Play Australia. Adelaide Olympic are leading 1-0 against MetroStars. It's 1-1 between United and Campbelltown City. It's 0-0 between Para Hills and Adelaide Comets. Raiders are leading 2-0 against South Adelaide Panthers, and it's 1-1 between Adelaide City and Adelaide Blue Eagles.
So corner kick taken here by Olympics, cleared here by MetroStars. Only as far as Alexandru sends it back to
offside flag up.
The flag is up.
Is it the first one of the afternoon, Bomber? I think it might be.
That is the first offside for the afternoon. The stats are brought to you by Green Play Australia.
Nice.
It is on the far side.
It's good.
Yeah, well, goes out in towards the middle of the park. Bonata finding Strain looking for overlap there on that far side. Cooper, O'Donnell. I've been impressed with him. If it was a first year player, he'd win the votes. As it goes out right hand side, Strain got to the line, got there, tried to get across, but a great defending. Yep.
Vangeli it was who did the defending for Olympic.
Just really had to stay on his feet there, and he did very, very well.
I like the look of Strain, as you said, Braz. This is his first game back for a while, but put a few under his belt and it'll be a nice little option up there with Esposito.
Yeah, he's looking tasty up front as well. He's really moving well in the box.
He's looking tasty, Rob, you see.
Sweet.
Tasty.
Tastes sweet.
Oh, the referee Mooney has seen something in the box.
Brazza comes from the other side of town, that's why.
No, he comes from the best side of town, I think. You're from the west, aren't you, Brazza?
I'm from the west, mate. The best is in the west.
That's right.
Well, the food is not that good in the west.
And the goats are in the hills.
It's classic.
I don't live in the hills.
You live at the foot of the hills.
Oh, well.
I want to go back to that tasty comment, but anyway, a corner kick. Looks like Wooding to take it for MetroStars. Far side of the ground, low one, and not on target. It looked like it from here, but Bernardo off target. And that probably would be a throw-in. I don't know if it's even a goal kick. So
another great chance for Metro there.
It is a goal kick, yeah.
Tell you what, they've had their chances, guys. The last 15 minutes of the first half and this first 10 minutes here, they've really pushing the game to Olympic.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. This could have been any score this game, but Olympic lead 1-0.
So goal kick taken here by Vaughan. Funny looking back heel there by Salania.
Effective.
Brings up with Wooding. Wooding try to go to Cooper O'Donnell. Coops.
Is that his brother, the goalkeeper?
Yes,
Yeah,
Jackson.
no.
I think so. I presume so. I don't know so though.
Thanks for being so vague about that.
Someone will let us know.
Looks like Metros are going to their bench, boys. It's pretty early in the piece. Who's this to come on, Brazza?
Dorber's there. He's a good player.
Yeah, they just walk. Dorber looks like he's getting changed now, ready to come on.
So throw in. Alexandru on the far side finds Karatzis. Olympic into attack. 1-0 up. Karatzis does a little bit of a dance, lays it off to Tomazos. Try to find Edba in the box. Still Karatzis can make it 2. And great save by the keeper again. Well, Carmody.
Good game of football, guys.
Absolutely.
Good game of football.
I hope they don't take off O'Donnell because I think he's played well.
I've got to say, boys, had we had a Green Play Australia man of the match with a presentation, I think one of the goalkeepers might have got it today. Both of them have kept their sides in it with outstanding saves. Bomb, how many?
Saves in the second half. MetroStars 1 compared to Adelaide Olympic 2.
So from the corner.
De Silva with the corner kick, right footed in. Swinger Tomazos is right by the keeper there. Butler Bowden, watch out for him. Also Edba there. And Brown goes towards Brown. It's cleared here by MetroStars defence. There's going to be a shot there.
Was it?
It was a shot, wasn't it?
I think it was a pass back.
I think he just chipped it into the box hoping for a bit of chaos to happen, but it
It was
didn't
a
happen.
spinner. A goal kick here to Carmody. He switches it right hand side of the park. Cooper O'Donnell. It's come away, it's Karatzis. Henderson there though. Gets it to Bernarda. Butler Bowden. It was Brown there as well. Goes to Alexandru. Espina runs. Trying to find Edba.
Was about to come up.
But in the way, it's Cooper O'Donnell again. Looking for strain.
Good body
Angeli
tussle.
there. Did well. They go into attack. It's MetroStars. They've done well, the youngsters. As they try to go, Wooding got in the way. Here's a chance for Olympic. Edba, can he get there? Good tackle there by Barr. First class tackle, and away go MetroStars.
Solani out of defence. Barr to Henderson. Henderson now looks up, wanting options. Solania's on offer, that's the way it goes. Good turn by Solania. He'll go to the far side now. Wooding's out there, hard one to control, but does well, does Wooding. Alexandra tried to hold him. Wooding's into the box, angle against him. Wooding all the way, cuts it back, and a shot on goal off target by Bonarda. And another wasted opportunity by MetroStars. How many goal attempts is that? Now watch this on replay, boys. A great run by Wooding into the box. Alexandru lucky didn't bring him down, but Bernardo should have done better with that.
How good was Wooding there, guys? Just backed himself on the right hand side here. Just put his body between the ball and the defender, and just really worked himself in the box to create a great chance for Metro.
Substitution, boys. So
Tommy Strain.
Metro. Whoa. Oh, I suppose fitness.
From fitness, yeah.
Blimey, he's been really good.
Paul, you were speaking about shots. MetroStars in the second half had 4, 2 on target and 2 off target, compared to Adelaide Olympic, 1 shot, 1 on target.
That tells a story, doesn't it? So Metro asking some questions, but still find themselves 1-0 down.
Interesting change, guys. I thought, I know Tommy's been out for a while, maybe his fitness, but I thought he was working very hard at the top there.
Love that scoreboard. It even's got the interchange, fellas. Look at that. This ground has just gone to another level, hasn't it, with the lights, the scoreboard, the pitch.
Yeah, good young committee here.
Very progressive.
Very good, yeah. Some of the clubs should look at this club. Some of the other clubs.
They probably do with jealousy, unfortunately.
They go into attack. And into the arms of Carmody. Goes short to Barr.
It's a very good point, Rob. There's a lot of young progressive clubs coming through, or committees, I should say, of clubs. And I don't know if it's 50-50 or 60-40 with the young progressive committee, but there's still some stuck in the old ages.
So it's Brown all the way back to his keeper, Vaughan. Daniel Vaughan. Gets it back to Brown. He's done a good job.
Yeah.
Brown. Halliday's on the bench.
Cynical foul there by
Spina
Stephen
goes down.
Carley, yeah, right in front of us. Spina's been quieter than normal, isn't he? He's normally a little live wire.
Yeah. Oh, he's been okay. So De Silva goes short. Spina back to De Silva. He'll get it in. Does get it in. Back post Fernandez. Nice touch there by O'Donnell. Had to, didn't he?
Yep.
Fernandez was lurking. As they clear it only as far as Alexandru. Gets his head to it. De Silva and also Carley was there. Spina. Wooding. Spina does well.
He's got a good feet.
Yep. Brown gets it over to Vangeli. Well, a good ball by Vangeli. Well read there by Solana. Looks like he's moved into the midfield. Right hand side they go. Is that Dorber?
Yep.
On that far side it is.
Yep. Good work by Penendez tracking back there to help his defenders. Like to see that from players. O'Donnell now with a throw in for Metro's far side of the ground, still trailing 1-0. Dorber gave him the target. They've gained a couple of metres and the throw in. So almost just over 14 gone this second half on the Green Play Australia time clock. Ball into the box. Here's a chance now for MetroStars. One way then the other. Shot comes by Smith, Dylan Smith. Took a deflection and they'll get there maybe first corner of the second half. Bomber?
Yeah, the first corner of the second half.
Two over there.
Second half?
In the second half.
Oh yeah, sorry, no, 2.
3.
So that makes it 3.
3. You're on the left hand side?
Oh, look,
2 in a row.
I'm leaving it to Bomber. I've done my dash with
Didn't you remember
stats.
that? Anyhow, there's a corner kick
Oh,
taken.
free header goal.
It's a goal.
Solana.
Up went Solana and puts it into the back of the net. So MetroStars certainly deserved this equaliser. Got up well and into the back of the net.
Let's have a look at this on replay. That was a beautiful goal by the captain, Solana, today. Well weighted, unmarked in the box. Well floated corner kick. Solana, 2 of them were there ready to take. Back corner, no chance for the keeper. It's 1-1.
He knows how to score.
Definitely deserved this, Metro. I think they've really fought hard to get back in this game and have created some really good chances.
Who said the draw?
Game on now, guys.
Me and the Bomber.
Sit in the fence. It was pretty good.
Still early days, but as Brazza said, they've responded well and they've had the majority of the goal attempts. Tomazos goes back to his keeper. The majority in this second half, haven't they, Bomber? The goal attempts, MetroStars.
Yeah, 6 shots, 4 on target and 2 off target. Those stats brought to you by Green Play Australia.
Oh, there's a free kick going the way of MetroStars. Wooding being held. Carley to take it. Shields his eyes from the sun. Goes short. Wooding has been very busy for MetroStars. Carley on the halfway line. Goes backwards to Henderson. He'll switch the play in the shade. Barr looks up, chips the ball forward, but only to Alexandru. Giving chase through the middle. Butler Bowden goes wide to Karatzis. Karatzis now. Back to Butler Bowden. He'll switch. Comes clubhouse side to Espina. He does keep it in. He gets the cross in. Who's there to meet it? Little Callisto. Couldn't control it. Goes back to De Silva. Back to Alexandru and they start again.
So Alexandru trying to find Karatzis. Karatzis with the ball. Starting to pick it up, aren't they, Olympic? As they go to Butler Bowden. He can crack it from there. Does crack it!
Ooh.
And look good off the boot.
Well, the keeper didn't really move too much for that.
It just saw it. I think he saw it rising up. And over the crossbar it goes for a goal kick.
Not too far off the mark. Just watching on replay.
So it'll be Carmody.
The LSA replay. Can we call it that?
Goes out, yeah, you can. Goes out to Dorber. Dorber trying to find Bonata there. But he gets a not a bad looking cross there. Intercepting though. His Olympics defence. Callisto working hard. I think he might have won himself.
No,
he didn't.
Gave away handball.
Gave away. So free kick to Olympic.
Not forgetting tonight, West Adelaide and Croydon, a very important game.
Tonight, it's about an hour and a half's time, isn't it?
Well, that's true, 5:30.
An hour's time.
It's an hour's time.
So it'll be Vaughan to take this free kick. outside his box, looking for Ponendes. Lachlan Barnes played well today.
Look at the
Looking
pace
for
on
Dorber.
Dorber. Jeez. It's like a greyhound on that
Then
side.
Jelly did well though. Looking for support. Gets it down the line. Over the sideline it goes. Cooper O'Donnell takes the throw in. Metros are certainly have picked it up. Looking for a winner here. Carly gets it across there. Dorber. It's had a bit of bite in that right hand side. Coming away with it, Ponendes. Oh, that's a late tackle though. Should have been a free kick.
The referee says he got the ball, indicated.
Anyhow, O'Donnell.
Just outside the box, very cynical. Vangeli there gets a yellow card for his trouble as well. I think that was a frustration, as in why didn't we get the foul just moments ago type of foul, that one by Vangeli. And fair call, because it's very hard to tackle from behind and not get penalised for it. But that's exactly what happened, as you see on replay. Ponendes from behind. He did get all of the ball, but he got a lot of player as well. And I think that's where sometimes referees do give it. You can get the ball. Yeah, that's right. But they'll give the free kick there because you can argue I've got the ball, but you've got a lot of the player as well, and you can't do it from behind.
Okay. I agree with you.
I like that, being compliant, Rob. Okay. As if you just conceded without it.
Yeah.
So, Brazil, you're right behind this free kick with the wind.
It's a great position for a free kick here.
Metro's just out, well, right on the 18-yard line, as you can see on
And
screen.
I actually think the wind's picked up a bit more here, guys.
Supposed to.
I'm feeling it down here, and I'm watching those trees.
According to the app, should have died down. Here come MetroStars with a free kick. Left foot! Oh, gee whiz!
Guys, I thought it was in.
Who was that? Was that Smith?
No, Bonata.
Bonata. What a crack. Jeez. So look at that.
Great
on
save.
replay.
Bonata shot.
It was a great save.
Oh, it was a save too, yeah, corner. Gee, these keepers.
Daniel Vaughan up there in the best players.
And Carmody as well. It's been a game of the goalkeepers.
Corner kick taken, back post, Bonata. Noel Bonata. Gets across back. Is that okay, Bonata? Pretty sure it's come from Comets or Olympic. As it is Brown. Ponendes. Brown again. Gets himself a throw in. Right hand side of the park.
Michael Crisatelli's watching.
Interesting to see, guys, the mindset now of Olympic. Obviously, we all talk about one game at a time, but are their heads
They're riding a wave.
already looking forward to Wednesday's game?
It's a foul.
In the FA Cup.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we like when Dover comes on, mate. Anything happens.
Quickly taken free kick. Brown, Butler Bowden. Well, actually, Brown it was to Butler Bowden. Brown now to Vangeli. Through the middle of the park, goes to Alexandra on the far side. Alexandra now, nice little turn, very well balanced player. With the left foot, tries to play Tomazis inside, but it didn't come off. And an easy take in the end for Carmody. Both keepers have pulled off some great saves. Hello to Gianluca Lagardi's watching as well. Chris Despotakis is watching. Oh, it's great to see some great names, big names watching.
Yes.
Rick Peroni,
Hamamatsu,
Paul Baldi, Fabian Ronaldo's watching as well. Hello to everyone watching through Facebook Live.
As they go into attack, Olympic looking for Karatzis. He's got the ball. Scored a ripper of a goal last week. Can he get one today? I hold the silver. Butler Bowden's there as well. Gets the cross, looking for Ponendes. Only as far as the silver, he can crack it.
Oh, good work by Barr.
Barr stops it though. Butler Bowden. Remember he scored the winner in the FFA Cup qualifiers. Going back a few weeks.
Way too many loose players around the box for Metro.
As they go in, Karatzis, no one there though, the back post. Easily taken there by Wooding. To Carly. He gets it down the line. Bonata's done well, hasn't he? Got it to Wooding.
That was
looking for Callisto. And away go Olympic through Vangeli.
To Penendus, plays it through to
Here we go.
Adelaide. Here's a chance. He's on goal. Angle against him. A shot charged down.
Cooper. Coops.
He's had a quiet afternoon.
Coop O'Donnell.
As Erba, but he almost came to life there.
He's been one of their best players, Cooper O'Donnell.
Can't dispute that. Bomber. What do you got?
Score updates around the grounds thanks to Green Play Australia. LA United Youth and Campbelltown City is 1-1 there. Para Hills and LA Comets, it's 0-0. Raiders now 3-0 up against South LA Panthers.
Hang on, Bomber. As the corner kick's taken to Silver, takes it.
Punch.
Punched out there by Carmody. Picked up by Spina. Spina for Olympic. It's been a good game here at TK Shuttle Reserve as they go in. Lachlan Barr's in the way.
Oh,
here they go. MetroStars with the ball. Dylan Smith, right-hand side of the park, looking for Dorber. Can he get there? No, he can't. Not a good ball there. In the end, Espina wins it. He goes down. He might win himself a free kick. Referee waves play on. Wooding with the ball. Still got it. Cuts it back. Looking for Callisto. And it's cut out there by Olympic and cleared by Olympic over the sideline. Bomber.
And just the last result, it's 1-1 between LA City and Blue Eagles.
What was the Panthers game?
It's 3-0 Raiders.
Now, Spina's injured himself, so referee Mooney going over to check him out. And in the meantime, MetroStars are going to make a change. So we go to the interchange bench.
It's Hamish Gow coming on, guys.
Yeah, I like him.
Callisto off.
We've got some good youngsters in this Metro lineup.
Little Rocky Callisto off. Thought Rocky played a fairly serviceable afternoon.
I don't mind Gal.
Yeah, I don't mind Gow either, but
Got to give him a go.
Rocky was making a nuisance. Was it the comedy? God help us. If that's what you call comedy, Tony, where are you?
Anyhow, it is.
Anyhow, right. Moving right along. So
what's happening? Referee's having a look. Another change, is it, boys?
No, I think he just didn't put it in the book because he was seeing to Spina, and they made the change behind his back, if we can say. So referee Mooney just making sure it goes in the book.
So now Carly with the ball. Throws it to the goal scorer in Solana. He switches play, right-hand side of the park. Great switch too. To Dorber.
Here we
Looks
go.
for Gal. Well read there by Vangeli. Is that Vangeli again?
Yep.
Gee, he'd be up there in the best players, huh?
Gee, someone said himself behind play.
Here they go.
Alexandru.
Oh, got hurt in the cup final too, didn't he? It goes at the Silver. The Silver looking for Tomazos. Been quiet in the second half. Henderson does well. So he's come back up.
Referee Mooney, yeah, but he's just checking on his welfare, which is good. And it's good to see Brazza, both teams going for the win.
Yeah, look, it's as I said, from the start to so far to this game, both credit to both teams. They're out to play. There's no one really sitting back. They're all having a go at each other during the game, and you know the chances have been fantastic from both sides.
Rob, you found out where Bernardo's from.
Thank you, Daniel Godley. Where is Godley? Goddard normally looks after the teams here as a goalkeeper coach. Anyhow, he says he comes from West Adelaide. So I knew one of the Greeks, Comets, I said, or who was the other team I was thinking of?
One of the Greek heritage clubs.
Yeah, one of the Greek heritage clubs. Anyhow. So they do switch play, right hand side, Olympic, I was saying, that's right. So it goes out. Cooper O'Donnell.
This would be a card. Alexandru just even a upper there. Yellow card to Alexandru. That's the second of the afternoon. One to Vangeli, one to Alexandru. Where's Daniel Godley's beautiful vitamin C goalkeeper type? Remember the vitamin C
orange.
A
luminous orange.
Well, you can hear all the banter. That's the word.
Coach's box, you say?
Well, yeah, something on the far side there with Brazza.
It's actually just behind me, guys, not the coach's boxes.
Yes.
The spectators.
Spectators behind having a...
Just look at Brazza under that beautiful scoreboard. I don't know what's better looking, the scoreboard or Brazza.
Both. It goes on the right-hand side, cuts a back chance for MetroStars.
Should have done better.
It was a fresh airy.
Yep.
Didn't get a connection.
Solana.
As it goes out, Olympic with the ball. It's end-to-end stuff at the moment.
Great game.
Barr goes to Henderson. Henderson with the ball. Looking for support. Goes right-hand side to Dorb. He's added a little life in this game, hasn't he? As Bonada. He's done well too. Vangeli clears it. Lone Ranger up front is Adaba. Goes all the way back to keeper Carmody. Right hand side of the park goes to Lachlan Barr. So Barr just calms it down, goes to Solania. Good switch to Carly.
Cold fan ball, and they got it.
And they got it, and a free kick to Olympic.
Gee, both these two teams going for it. It's one apiece. They're separated by 2 points on the table, and you could see that. Beautiful, classy game, this one. Both teams looking for a winner. There's Olympic now pushing forward. Gee, bad turnover. Gow does well to Wooding, but not a good ball. Was looking for Smith, and Vangeli tidies up for Olympic. So that's a turnover from the keeper of Olympic. Wooding thought about getting him off his line. Comes to Solania. Can he redeem himself? Chips the ball into the box. Smith. Angle against him. Keeps it in. Does well. One way then the other. Good little touch. Important touch. And Olympic come away with it through De Silva.
So De Silva goes short. Pushing it around. Karatzis with it.
Now that wind's finally calmed down, I think.
Here at TK Shuttle Reserve. Toumazos. Been quiet in this second half. Goes with a nice looking ball.
Offside flag
up though.
Well, how come the referee didn't call it?
Linesman didn't have the flag up enough.
Oh.
Keep it up.
Well, that's interesting, isn't it?
Just put it down.
I know, but...
Well, the player has to touch the ball before they can put their flag up.
But didn't he
Just
come
like
live?
No, she did put the flag up.
Yeah, he came live into the play. Surprised at that. But anyway, so no offside to stat there, Bomber, or is it?
No.
Sure?
Referee hasn't got his hand up, so it's not offside.
Okay.
Want the rubber? Anyhow, Carly with a throw-in. Gow. Carly just hacks it into attack. Defensive side. Winning the ball is Ponendas.
Shoot,
Ponendas! Ponendas! Still Ponendas, but loses out just to Carly.
Did well to keep his feet.
He did, and cleared here by Lachlan Barr.
Lesser players would have taken a dive there, but Penendez kept his feet.
He looked
This is
dangerous,
where
didn't
Metro's just got to settle down a little bit here. They're just overcooking the ball a little bit, and they need to just keep the ball as much as possible here.
So the referee just indicating he wants the player to go back, take it from the proper position. So Olympic now with a throw-in. Spina tight against the line, plays it up the line. De Silva and Edinburgh give chase. Henderson sees it over the line, takes the throw-in quickly to Barr. It's been very serviceable at the back. Barr goes for a bit of a gallop through the middle of the park. Gee, bad turnover there. Alexandru says thank you very much. Tomazos back to Alexandru. Karatzis if he wants him. Didn't need him, and O'Donnell does the tidying up for MetroStars. And the keeper just goes for the safety of the line with that hack out of play. 75 and a bit gone in the game. On the Green Play Australia time clock, on the Green Play Australia scoreboard, MetroStars 1, Olympic 1. These two teams separated by 2 points on the table in this round 18 action, thanks to Osco Modular.
So it goes into attack. Funny looking knee pass by Edinburgh, that one. Cleared here by MetroStars defence. Goes towards Liam Wooding.
Beautiful
Bonata
afternoon here.
to Wooding. Trying to find the eye of the needle. Couldn't quite find him. That was Dorber. Dorber's
He's a bit untidy. That's two frees, I think. As the two frees that I think George Sonis on the sideline was calling for. Vangeli. Anyway,
he's added a bit of vigour though. I like it. That's Dorber. As it goes out to De Silva.
Ricky's just cool over the ball, isn't he? Cool, calm and collected.
Yes, he is. McCreedis is not playing today.
Yeah, I was waiting for the cool hand McCreedis.
He's on the bench, I think, though. He's on the bench,
Yeah,
isn't
he is.
Yeah,
Cool
he
hand
is.
McCreedis on the bench.
Well, I think they'll change their bench, unless there's an injury.
Oh, no one's...
Espina goes down.
Blimey. Right in front of us. Take no
Freeways play
prisoners,
on.
yeah.
Goes out, good turn there
Good
by
control.
Bonata.
Bad delivery.
Didn't like him that much in the first half, Bonata, but he's played well in the second half. Got to give it to him. He's played very well. So it goes out. Carly trying to get to it. Edinburgh. Goes out to Bardo for MetroStars. Switches play, trying to find Dorber. Not a good pass.
Razza, what do you think of Edinburgh's game today?
Yeah, look, he's been in and out. I thought he had a better performance first half. I think it's the second half he's just been held, and look, the supply up to him second half hasn't been like it was the first half. So you know, his runs, the balls haven't been playing through to those in the box for him enough as he was getting in the first half.
So now Brown comes out of defence for Olympic. It's one apiece here at TK Shutter Reserve. A spinner now with the ball on the halfway line. Both these two teams looking for a winner, which is good to see. And it's been turned over. Wooding's been prominent, but a free kick found by the referee. Let's have a look on the replay if you boys can pick it up. What was that for, boys? Anyone?
Push.
Gee, that's optimistic and soft, but it's probably what it was for.
Anyhow, back to Henderson it goes. MetroStars, can they get a winner? Or can Olympic get the winner? They haven't lost a game for 10 rounds. Ran out, it was the last game they lost, 4-1 they lost against Campbelltown.
And a worthy team too to lose to.
As it goes out to Solania. He's up there in the best place too.
Actually he is. Mr. Sitter though.
Classy player. Got a good goal though. Goes out. Look at that vision.
Beautiful vision. Pete Senior on the sideline. Pete Junior up top with Chappie. Jimbo, how many fingers has Jimbo got? How many cameras have we got going today? Jimbo the octopus, we'll have to call him.
Yeah. So he'll take the throw. Goes down the line. Swing it back.
Good control.
Smith, well done. Looks for the chip. Ooh. Almost caught the keeper napping. But Vaughan equal to the task.
Good goal attempt.
Certainly was. Throws it out to Vangeli.
Alexandria.
Oh, is that Alexandria? Yeah. It's back to the keeper. Vaughan. No pressure on him, just takes his time. Still plenty of time to get this winner. O'Donnell being up there in the best players as well. It goes to Bernardo, gets a nice ball. Bernardo, I said.
Oh, sorry. It's the congestion.
Oh, the congestion. I said Bernardo.
So it looks like MetroStars is going to make their third and final change of the afternoon.
And it's young Alex Jacob
to come on. And to come off looks like Dylan Smith.
Well done, Robbie Savicino. He's not afraid to take the senior players off.
10 minutes to go.
Probably they take the juniors off, but he's doing it well.
Can you see a winner here? Can you see another goal, Brazza?
Look, I definitely see. Look, if I had a choice here, Metro is really pushing, but they've just got to control their emotions here because they're just overcooking the ball in the last third. Whereas I think Olympic are just sort of defending well and trying to get Metro now on the counter attack.
So that change confirmed on the scoreboard as the ball up to the halfway line. Solana gets his head on it. So does Dorber. Got his neck on it, maybe Dorber. Penenda's good turn. Tries to release Edba. Bar up to the task. Goes backwards to Henderson. Henderson now for MetroStars. Looks up. Takes his time. Wind's picked up. A spinner. Good steal. But still, Metro's with a fair bit to do. That's gone out of play. Throw into Olympic on the halfway line. One of these two teams have got about 10 or so minutes to find a winner. And remembering Metros have got Croydon Kings breathing down their necks for a place in that top six.
Certainly right. As it goes out, Carly trying to get towards Wooding. That's gone over the sideline. Quickly taken here by Spina. Good touch there by Edinburgh. No one there though. Whew. Almost hitting Jimbo Belias.
He's protected by the
tarp.
What he's doing behind that tarp.
He's hiding. He's playing with his fingers.
Well, no, Bomb, he said his fingers.
His fingers.
He's playing the piano, isn't he?
Changing the
dynamics,
yeah. As it goes out to Butler Bowden. Karatzis.
He's got a quiet second half, hasn't he?
It's a good play. Can score from there. Ooh. Scored one last week.
Wide of the upright.
Got the equaliser against Adelaide City last week.
92nd minute.
Something like that.
Raiders are going on there. Mary Ray winning, leading 4-0 against the Panthers.
They lost 6-0 last week. 10-goal turnaround.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a 6-0 result. You weren't there, Rob, but it wasn't a...
I watched it, though.
Yeah, but you reckon it was a 6-0 game?
Yeah. They put away everything.
Yeah, but Raiders...
Nah, they weren't in the game, Raiders. I'm sorry.
Fair enough.
That's the way I saw it.
Alexandria with a throw-in now for Olympic. It's about 10 minutes to see if we can find a winner here this afternoon at TK Shutter Reserve. Out by the target, didn't get there. Dorber now heads it to the advantage of Alexandria, gets body checked. Play on, says the referee. Solania gets held, and how's the referee seen this? He's given the Solania free kick, and the Olympic bench not too happy with that, understandably.
Leaning towards Metro. Leaning towards Metros today, the referee.
Isn't he?
Not that I'm saying he's leaning towards it, just the free kicks are going to him.
Well, we'll find out with the stat count as Gal has the ball, turns it into Wooding. Wooding has had a lot of the ball today. So as this man, Barr, plays it up the line. Ooh, interesting body check there on young Jacob. Ball chipped forward now. Bernardo giving chase. Brown up to it and goes for the safety of the line. So throw in, 2 Metros. Quickly taken. Vangeli to Alexandria. Will they get out of the defensive zone? They do, but they concede the throw in. So, 1 apiece.
I'll give you one stat. Apart from the Raiders game, all the rest are draws. So it must be a very defensive day today.
So
Nice day, yeah.
To Wooding, he's turned it over. Vangeli gets fouled and gets the free. So how many fouls conceded by MetroStars this half, Belma?
5 for
Bomber.
MetroStars and for Adelaide Olympic 7. Those stats are brought to you by Green Play Australia.
So right hand side of the park it goes to Brown. So Brown for Olympic, goes short to Espina. De Silva ends up with Tomazos. Gal goes back to his keeper Carmody. Not a good clearance really. Let's put him back into the pump there. De Silva looks up, switches play. Karatzis likes it around this area. Still likes it. Goes short. Penendez goes down. And a chance for Olympic.
Gee, what was that?
That was just Robbie getting a big
upset.
I think he was kicking the side of
Did he need to make this foul, boys? From behind, he had plenty of defenders ready to cover Penendez. A pretty cheap foul given away and might be costly for MetroStars.
That's where Robbie was getting really upset. I think we're
Understandably.
thinking the same, Paul.
Yep.
Just on the outside of the box, you just can't afford to give frees like that away cheaply around that box.
But he had defenders in front of him too, Brazza.
Yeah.
He could have just relied on his defence to...
Absolutely, yep.
To charge down the Penendez potential shot. Now they've got a free kick in a very dangerous position to defend, have Metro. And Gary Mooney I wouldn't mind buying real estate off Gary Mooney if that's 10 metres.
Is Alexandria going to take this?
Well, he's over the ball.
Edinburgh will.
With Edinburgh. Alexandria might be the decoy, Rob. 1 apiece. Edinburgh looking to maybe give advantage Olympic. It's Edinburgh with the right foot. Deep low goal! Beautiful goal! Hasn't done much this afternoon, but that's done enough to earn his pay, I'd say. And he's put Olympic in front, 2-1.
And that's why Sorrentino was upset.
Just sitting behind this free kick, guys, I don't think the goalie could see the ball at all.
No, correct.
The wall was set up and he just had to put it in that corner. There was no chance of ever getting to it because he couldn't see the ball.
There's the replay, as you said, low and around the wall.
It dipped beautifully.
Yeah.
Just
Beautifully
the right
taken
time.
free kick, but we'll go back to that point why Robbie Saracino banged the fence. It was a cheap free to give away. Should never have happened.
That's right, I'm happy. I'm the only one that tipped him.
Yeah, that's why you're happy.
Goes right hand side of the park.
Still 5 minutes to go, so.
3 minutes plus time on.
Another foul.
So MetroStars. Not happy at the moment. Goes out, Solana. He's got the ball.
Tell you what,
he goes down.
The coaches' boxes are copping a hammering.
As it goes out. Wooding, Carly, Gow. Nice touch. Back to Carly it goes. MetroStars trying to go through. Bit unlucky if they lose this game because they've been okay.
They've been very good.
It'll be a draw, fair result. Can they get one for this equaliser? Gow goes back to Dorper. Was that O'Donnell?
O'Donnell.
It was O'Donnell.
Brazil gave away that free kick. No challenge from behind just moments ago.
Hey Gary, you realise
I'm not sure, guys. I can't remember who
That's
it was
all right.
there.
Let's see if Jimbo can bring it up on the replay. That challenge from behind that free kick. Probably testing Jimbo. He's got enough on his plate
That's
down there.
right. As it goes out. 2-1, Olympic are leading. This will be handy for them.
Absolutely, it'll jump him to 30 with a potential for second spot because Blue Eagles are drawing at the moment, so no, they...
Olympic to make a change with Simopoulos coming on.
If you can go second, top and second, does give you that double chance, doesn't it?
Simosis maybe, Brazza?
Is it Simosis? Simopoulos.
Simosis if it's number 16.
Yep.
And there's an upset brewing at Adelaide United. Adelaide United leading 2-1 against Campbelltown City.
Who's coming off? Adba.
Double check.
That's right, fair enough. Needs a rest.
Was it a double change?
Looks like a double.
I think they're more looking towards Wednesday night after that change,
Yep,
I think.
yep.
I think
Simosis is on.
just to give him a little breather.
Well, Simosis is a goal scorer as well, is he not?
He's versatile. Can play up front, can play in the back.
I think Jimbo had that replay there. I'm not sure. You're in communication with him. Something. I think a replay just came up on the screen. I'm not sure. Rob?
Yep, number 16 coming on.
So throw in. Wooding finds Carley, goes back to Henderson. Goes central to Barr. Barr now running out of the defensive 18-yard box. O'Donnell calling for it, ignored. He goes long instead to Dorber. Alexandra was there. Vangeli does the tidying up. Butler Bowden back to Alexandra, who turns it over cheaply, and Henderson.
Yeah, he's saying number 16 was the free kick. Alex Jacob.
Thank you, Jimbo.
Thank you, Jimbo.
Jeez, well done. Our producer down there.
I was confused because 16 came on. I didn't know what he was saying to me. I told him to speak to me in Italian. Couldn't understand him.
Clown. Oh, Jimbo.
That's what he was trying to say to me. I said 16 came on, yes.
Anyway, last week was okay. As Henderson's given away a free kick. And Simosis and the Olympic bench are very happy about that free kick. What's the free kick count, Bomber? Why are they so ironically cheering?
So the foul count is MetroStars conceded 6 in the second half and Adelaide Olympics 7.
Well, it's pretty close. The Bronx cheers there. Cheers. So now free kick to Olympic. 90 up. We've played just over 15 seconds of extra time as Karatzis happy to hold the ball up with a 2-1 lead. Simosis. Alexandru just keeping possession. Chipping it for Penendus to target, but cut out by O'Donnell. And only 4 subs made, so maybe 2.5 minutes. As Alexandra with a throw in down the line. O'Donnell to Gow. Gow. Urgency now needed, but he's turned it over. Could have been a foul against Bonada. Offside flag up, or ball out of play, one of the two. In fact, the referee saying throw in to Metro. George Solis not happy about it. Alexandra does the defending. Gives them another throw. So, time the enemy, Rob.
Standing here is the right-hand side of the park. MetroStars. Gal will take this throw in.
Bar's
Can they
going
get
up.
this equaliser? Takes this throw in.
Wooding back to
Back
Gow.
it goes in. O'Donnell. Henderson. They've got to start getting it in. Barr trying to get to it, but Espina comes away with it. Goes to Simosis. He finds Espina.
Nudge.
Nudge, wink, wink by Henderson. He wins it back though. Well done. And he's got himself a free kick.
What?
What
was
was
that for?
I've got no idea what that was for.
Maybe
guys.
for the wink.
Yeah, he was winking at the referee.
Oh,
Anyhow, right-hand side of the park. Solana goes into attack. Headed out though by Brown. Only as far as Gal. Gal finding Carley. Can he keep it in? No, he
had to keep
can't.
that in. Had to keep it in.
So what have we played?
2 minutes.
2 minutes of
2
time
minutes
on.
of extra time being
Maybe
played.
a couple of minutes to go.
I don't know about a couple, Rob. You'd be lucky if you got 50 seconds.
I reckon 2 more.
So the throw in now to Olympic. In their defensive half, they lead 2-1. This round 18 action thanks to Osco Modular. Ball in the middle of the park. O'Donnell, you've got to be urgent, son. Move it quick. Says Saracino. Solana, they're going backwards. That's not the way to go at 2-1 down. Solana indicates he wants to go long. That's the way he goes. who's up there to meet it, making a nuisance of himself, but beautifully stolen by Samosis and Olympic. Relieve the pressure through De Silva.
I hold De Silva. He wasn't waiting for it,
No,
Tomazos.
he wasn't expecting it.
He's not happy with something.
Well, he's not happy with the body check that Henderson gave him.
Goes out to Solania, up in the air it goes. Might bring some rain. And a free kick to MetroStars.
They've had the rub of the green.
93 minutes played. So it'll be 94, I reckon. Deep into this second half. It'll be Gow who'll swing it in. Goes out. Looking for Bar. Back post. MetroStars. Alexandru. The keeper's going to come out. Does well.
Save.
Takes an overhead mark. And wins himself a 50-metre penalty.
Wrong game, Rob.
Oh, sorry.
But I know what you're saying. Might have hurt himself too in that rise as we watch on replay. Did a Tony Modric, but as he came to ground, I think he landed on his shoulder.
Oh, they've got to change him.
The runner making his way out for the Adelaide Olympic.
Can you change a keeper when they made 3 changes?
Well, they haven't made 3 changes. Olympic have only made 1. Metros have made all 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now there's your
Olympic keeper.
3 minutes we've played now, 4 minutes of extra time.
So you wouldn't want him to go down for the cup final. Not cup final, but the FFA
Cup.
A round of 32.
So how can you watch it, Bob, apart from getting down to the ground? You're the live streaming king.
There's through the Fox Sports.
Got to pay for it, no good.
And
so the Olympic game is going to be streamed in its entirety, or
it's going to be
the highlight thing?
It's going to be streamed in its entirety.
You're going to pay for it though
through KO.
You can get a 2-week trial through KO Sports too. So if you haven't subscribed, you can just subscribe and get a 2-week trial through KO Sports.
Keeper's back on his feet, so it'll be a drop ball, which you'll presume they'll give straight back to the keeper. So as the ground now bathed in shade, and keeper does pick it up, sporting like by Metro.
Oh,
slips as he kicks it. We've played over 5 minutes of extra time. Now this is going to surely be the last roll of the dice for Metro with a long clearance by Carmody, who's there to meet it.
Oh, well done, the header there. Brown.
Comes down to feet eventually. Not really, now it does. Here's a chance for a shot. Bernardo goes wide, Gow. Shot charged down by Samosa. And that is full time. It's actually charged down there by Espina.
Good effort by Metro.
It's a great game for the neutral to watch. Keepers kept both teams in it. And in the end, it was a silly free kick conceded by Alex Jacob on Penendus. And Espina made him pay the ultimate price, a goal. So the victors, Adelaide Olympic 2-1 over MetroStars, in a game that really could have gone either way, in my view.
Yeah, certainly right. Metro certainly could have won this game, didn't they? But as soon as they got their equaliser, Olympic lifted, didn't they? You can see that the lift there. And the few changes that Sorrentino made, a couple of youngsters coming on. Yeah, Olympic certainly put on the pressure, got their goal, and rested on their laurel at the end. So good win by Olympic, and certainly they've had 11 weeks of unbelievable things happening to them.
As Mark Rosali said earlier on, who you got there, Brazza?
I haven't got anybody at the moment. We've got a best player, guys.
No, we're not doing that anymore,
Not doing it?
unfortunately.
Sorry.
You can have a chat to one of the goalkeepers, I think, who had an outstanding game. See, you can catch. They're both congratulating
Vaughan,
each other.
I think the winning goalkeeper.
The winning goalkeeper, obviously. Yeah. He might be a bit happier.
Ask about his shoulder.
Yeah. So Brazza there just chasing Daniel Vaughan, the keeper for Adelaide Olympic. But in fairness, Carmody pulled off some great saves as well. It kept
good effort by the MetroStars. I mean, a lot of players out in this first 11. Esposito, you said Barbiero as well. Davis, Justin Davis, not forgetting the captain as well, Delosio as well. So, yeah, a few players. And I was impressed with a few of the youngsters too. O'Donnell played really well.
We'll go down to Mark Rosali with the keeper of Adelaide Olympic, Daniel Vaughan.
G'day, Daniel. Great game, mate. Look, just some really good saves that you made today, and obviously, look, both teams I think went full throttle today, and good to get the result.
Absolutely. We were speaking at the start of the session, or start of the game, sorry, that this is probably the hardest place to come and get a result, and to get 3 points today is just magic. They came out with everything. They're very hard to beat. They're very hard to break down. But I think we're just playing some really good football at the moment, and we're fit, as we discussed last time. Mate, it's really good.
Yeah, definitely. I think you ran out the game definitely for 90 minutes, and did you think that coming late in that second half, a few players were just holding back, thinking about Wednesday night, or was it nothing even spoken about, and just took this game as it came?
We touched on the game for Wednesday on Thursday night session very briefly, but obviously our main focus was today. And now we draw our attention to Wednesday. I think everybody left everything on the pitch. Everyone's spent. There's boys doing doggies up and down, and we've got a game in a couple of days, a very big game, the biggest game for the club. So no one's left anything. Everyone's left everything out on the pitch.
Yeah, I think Georgie's got you playing really well. I think the balance of the team today was magnificent. I thought first half. If it was a boxing match, I think first half you were probably definitely in front. I thought second half Metro came out and probably put the pressure on you. But look, it was a great game from both teams. Yeah. Anything to say, guys?
Yeah, Daniel, just tell us of your rise to the #1 keeper at Olympic.
My journey. I came from West Adelaide in mid-2017, and I came here, and I've played here since. It's not much of a rise, I don't think. I came straight into the squad, and that's pretty much it.
How's your shoulder?
It was my chest, not my shoulder. Yeah, just how I landed.
All good
for
Wednesday night.
We'll see. I need to go see Alex now and get some ice on it, but it's just bruising. It's not a joint thing. So.
Can you believe the journey that you guys have been? I just saw it. Round 8 was the last time you lost against Campbelltown.
Campbelltown. That's right. 4-1.
That was the last. So 10 rounds.
I wasn't playing that day though.
There you go. That's why. So 10 rounds plus the cups and all that.
Yeah.
You haven't lost a game.
It's been really good. It's been a really good run. Like I said to Ditz and obviously in the final, like we're fit. We're a fit unit at the moment.
Daniel, do you think it was a game of both goalkeepers today? You both kept your teams in it, really and it was you guys that threw a beautiful free kick by Edba.
Yeah.
Won the game, but both of you boys played really well.
There's a lot of pressure. Always Metro have got unbelievable players like hitting balls into this box. The goal that they scored, that was an incredible dead ball, an incredible header. They're big boys, and it's always going to be pressure on the keepers like that.
What about the international player at the back there, Vangeli? What has he added to the team?
It's just another level. He's honestly he's too good to be playing here. He's very calm, cool, collected, all of that. Having someone of his ability and his experience is just humbling, and he's a good bloke as well. At the end of the day, he's a top bloke. So that's what's most important for us here, and I think that's
he's got passion, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, you can see it. You can see it.
He goes in and he gets upset.
But you saw at the end. He's flicked the ball over. We're 2-1 down, and
Dan, we've got to let you go in, mate. The boys want you back there. Great game, mate. Well done.
Thanks, guys.
Great game, mate.
Well done.
The boys are calling for him inside, obviously, to celebrate. But a game, I think, boys, it could have gone either way. It was a crazy free kick to give away, and Valsterdba made him pay, Brezza.
Yeah, look, as you know, we keep touching on it. Look, it was a game where both teams really gave what they had. There was no petrol left in the tank for either team, I thought. Metro can look at their game today, and look, they had the chances to win the game.
Can you hear that?
Plenty chances to win the game. So, it was a tough game from both teams, and obviously Olympic stood tall in the end and got the result.
It's amazing what confidence can do, Rob. Go.
Well, I got you, Brazza. One thing, clubs are allowed to use their traditional names now, aren't they?
It's been talked. Yeah, it's been talked.
What have they done at Croydon? What are they going to do?
Well, we haven't really discussed it down there, to be honest. That's something that, I don't think it's an important thing to really discuss at this time of the year, and, it's something maybe at the next year, beginning of next year, before the start of the season, we'll look at it. It's I don't think it's here or there, to be honest.
I noticed there was a write-up on during the week, and they were talking about
Mark's over there.
They were talking about They were talking about West Adelaide, and the paper was, instead of saying West Adelaide, they were saying Hellas.
Yeah, look, I got my mixed thoughts on that. I think it was done and dusted years ago. It's changed now. We've gone to one way for the last whatever years. To bring it back to where it was, is it going to bring you more people through the gates? Is it going to bring you more?
Is it going to bring back the people that have been alienated?
Probably not. But you like to keep the tradition of your club, though.
Look,
but the damage is done.
I think the damage is done, but I think you can still have. Look, every club still has that little bit of tradition. At the end of the day, I mean, if you look at our club, it's Croydon Kings, and the players after the game still sing Polonia. So,
well, there you go.
You know, so it's still there.
I think it'll always be there, Brazza.
Yeah,
In the background, it'll always be there, and only now have they sort of sanctioned it to be there. But I think the damage is done, so I don't think the clubs will move back to anything. But they'll just.
Well, some clubs will.
No, I don't think they will.
None of them.
I don't think they will.
Well, they're already calling Hellas on.
But they always have. I don't think anything's going to change.
Not in the paper. They've always been referred to them as West Adelaide. It's the first time I've ever seen in the paper since all this movement happened.
Yeah.
I've seen Hellas.
Yeah, you're right.
The writer
you're right. I
Hellas.
saw that last week in the paper with the Knights, when the Perry Hills Knights comment to Hellas. But
Hellas, yeah.
Look, that's a talk that you can go around all day. But
that's true. Bomber, let's have a look at the stats and see what they tell us in a very even game.
Yeah. So stats. Thanks to Greenplay Australia, MetroStars had 13 shots.
This is in total, right?
In total. So they had 13 shots, 8 on target, 5 off target. They conceded 17 fouls, made 7 corners, had 4 saves. For Adelaide Olympic, they had 14 shots, 9 on target, 5 off target. Yeah, 5 off target, 15 fouls conceded, made 4 corners, had 8 saves, 1 offside and the 2 yellow cards.
So, interesting in those stats, Brazza, 8 saves by the Olympic keeper Vaughan as opposed to 4 by MetroStars. MetroStars were really in this game. And
definitely.
And Robbie Saracino, we heard the bang when the free kick was conceded. How important is that going to be in their season? Because now they might give up 6th spot to you boys tonight.
Oh, look, as I said, I think there's 5 games left, and it was an important game for Metro to get a result today. Look, they're definitely not done and dusted. I think they've still got the quality side there. Obviously, they're desperate for a win, and sometimes I think what was the stats there, Bomber, that they haven't won for about 5 weeks. Is it 4 weeks?
Who's that? MetroStars?
Metros, yeah. Is it 4 weeks?
Since the 1st of June.
Yeah, so sometimes that becomes difficult. You know, you're trying to chase that win, and it becomes harder and harder, and the mountain becomes taller and taller to climb. But look, I think their quality. I think they've still got a good side there. I think you just got to look. Today could have been a game if they took their chances. They would have been, they would have been happy people after the game. But and that's where the game. If you look at the game, how it was. Olympic probably took their chances, those 2 chances they took, and Metro ruled theirs.
14 goal attempts to 13, that's how even it was regarding the stats. And as you said, Olympic just a bit more ruthless at the end and only by a free kick. Bomber, let's have a look at some of the scores around the ground. I don't know if they're full-timers or what.
They are all full-time results. So Adelaide Olympic winning 2-1 against Norfolk MetroStars. Big upset here. Adelaide United Youth
it's
winning.
Not a big upset.
Yeah, it is.
What? Adelaide United Youth are a good team.
They're 8th. They've knocked off Campbelltown. 8th, knocked off top.
It's not a huge...
It's a big upset.
Okay, go on.
Well, if Campbelltown will win,
Okay, let's go to the third umpire, Brazza. Big upset. Adelaide United Youth beating Campbelltown. 8th beating top.
I watched Adelaide United last week against our boys, and look, they're not a bad team, and
all the way from 9th. They're not bad teams.
They're a very good side, and they've got a lot of youth there, and
separated by 15 points.
Campbelltown are top.
Thanks, Brazza.
You're not going to win every game.
You're soft. You're soft. 15 points. Go on, Bomber.
Okay,
I agree with you anyway.
So it's 2-1 winners to Adelaide United. Now the big goal scorers from last week, Para Hills and Adelaide Comets, they just drew 0-0 today. So
Para Hills having a man sent off, looks like.
Yeah. Raiders winning 4-0 against South Adelaide Panthers, and late drama at Adelaide City. They were 2-1.
Late drama?
Yeah, they were 2-1, but the goal was disallowed, so it ended up being 1-1.
How do you know that?
Because it had the little
2.
Still a valuable point for Adelaide City, guys.
I'm just wondering how you knew that.
An absolutely smart boy.
Absolute valuable point for Adelaide City.
He used telepathy. He was there.
Okay, do you want to do your live table before we wrap things up?
Campbelltown still stay on top on 6 points clear, 37. Blue Eagles still second on 31. And then we got Olympic moving to 3rd on 30. Raiders 4th on 29. Then we got Comets on 28.
So they've dropped a couple of spots.
Yep. MetroStars on still 6th spot on 25.
With Croydon to play
Croydon to play their game, they're on 25. Adelaide United are on 25 as well. And then we've got Para Hills on 21, so it's very close for the top 6 there. Adelaide City fall away, they're on 15. West Adelaide on 12, so they've got a big game against Croydon. as you said, Brazza, so a big game for Westside and Croydon, and South Adelaide bottom of the table on 7.
All right, boys, once again, a big thank you to our LSA team consisting. It's a big team today. We had Pete Senior and Pete Junior back from overseas. Well, Pete Junior's back from overseas. Pete Senior was on the boundary line today. Mark Brazzali, of course, on the boundary line there. You can see him on screen. Thanks, Brazza, for coming
Thanks,
in.
Braz.
Of course, our statistician, Paul Bombardieri, and our producer keeping it all together and keeping us honest, if I could say. Jimbo down there, well done, mate, with plenty of cameras to deal with. And I had this guy up here to deal with, Rob Peppicelli. Welcome back.
Our monitor's all pink and purple for some reason.
We'll find that out. I told you, have you got your hanky with you, Bomber? He had to cry at some point in the day.
Give me the cry. Give me the hanky.
Hope you enjoyed the
I've got plenty of
broadcast.
tissues.
It's a game that I'll probably go back and watch. Running our victors today, away from home they were. Olympic 2 over the MetroStars 1. Catch you next time on the live stream.
If I was on Mulgundawa Road, where would I be?
Murray Bridge.
Roxby Road?
Port Lincoln.
Tolna Road?
Mount Gambier or Compton.
How?
RAA road service patrols no South Australian roads because we're South Australians. And there's more than 350 of us.
What about the road to Ship Creek?
There's no Ship Creek in South Australia. You get more. Buy or upgrade today.